Networks presents the Premier Equipment Rentals pregame show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. High school football game of the week exclusively on Bright House Networks Bakersfield. We are at Frontier High School. A rousing, wild, festive junior varsity game just finished. So if that is any indication of what we're expecting tonight on this new big Northwest rivalry between Frontier and Liberty, get ready tonight. I'm Vance Palm, joined by our captain, Brian Adams, our rookie, Matt Alvarez. Well, Matt, the thing about Frontier is, and I'm saying it as it's happening, loudspeaker, loud music, new school, but this is a rivalry already 2 or 3 years old that has a lot of history to it, a lot of hard hitting. Your take on the Liberty Patriots?
Liberty's a relatively new team, like Frontier is. You know, Frontier's obviously more new, but Liberty has a lot of good players there, led by their running back, Carson Moyer, the senior. He has 8 touchdowns on the season already. Cody Renz, their junior, 28 of 54, 411 passing yards, but only 1 touchdown. So look for them to keep the ball on the ground tonight, Vance.
Well, let's hear from Coach Mills and these Patriots.
You know, year's been a progression for us. We've gotten better. We've had some good weeks, and then we had a tough game against Clovis East High School, and even though we got beat, the next week we rebounded against Buchanan High School and got better. And we've been getting better every day, and that's what it's about. Our offense is, you know, we got a quarterback named Cody Renz. It's a junior quarterback. He's really coming into his own. We got a strong offensive line led by Doug Blackstill, Cody Temple, Frankie Hurtado, and Brian Wiltmer. Those guys are all seniors, and they played for us last year on the offensive line. And then also penciled in with those guys is a guy named Willie Fiddler, that's a junior, and Greg Bolts is a senior, and Jason Dick. Our defense, it's been a work in progress right now. We've been doing some alignment assignment. We're getting more discipline on defense, which should help us be a little more successful in league play. We've had some success, but again, our league, you're gonna have to bring your A game every single night on defense. Well, the keys of the game on Friday are obviously we need to make sure we take care of the football and not turn it over. Penalties, you know, we got to eliminate those things. No mental mistakes. Mental mistakes kill teams, and we've been getting better from a discipline standpoint, and hopefully that's going to show Friday night.
Thank you, Matt. Look forward to you and I being up on the Premier Equipment scissor lift tonight. I can feel it coming to the edge of night. Phil Collins setting the stage, Captain. Oh, and they announced Bright House, all the synergy together now. Hey, Cap, we've watched Frontier last year with Matt Darr and company and do some great things. Josh Legaretta. Darr's gone, Legaretta's here, but what about this coaching staff? You know, Coach Cornford, Mike Lewis, some of these great football minds here tonight. It's a heavy night for Frontier.
Well, Vance, it definitely is. The one thing they've had success is because they had Coach Cornford and his staff. They've had success at West. They're having success here at Frontier. Now, offensively, they're a juggernaut so far this season. 37.8 points. Legaretta's throwing the ball almost 1,000 yards. Receivers, running backs, they have a tandem at the running back position that's going to put up a lot of yardage, scores. B.J. Nars, they're a big play guy on both sides of the ball. But defensively is going to be the question for them.
Looking forward to it. Let's hear from Coach Cornford right now.
Well, when we're playing Liberty, we know they've got a big, strong offensive line, and we're going to have to do our best to win first down, try and hold them 2 yards or less on first down, make them into longer yardage situations, and hopefully force them into passing down and make them somewhat predictable. But they're very good at preventing that, and so, again, I think the key is winning first down. I think the obvious strength that Liberty has is their offensive defensive lines. They're full of big, strong guys that are going to be playing college football. And, boy, that's a recipe for success in high school football. You know, they've got depth at a lot of positions, too. So, you know, weakness-wise, they got good athletes. They got good linemen. They're a pretty darn good ball club. Offensively here, we're doing great. Josh Legaretta's leading our unit very well. He's got 10 touchdown passes already this season. Deshante Weber and Bryson Lockwood are a two-headed monster there at a running back spot. And B.J. Nard and our receiving corps is very solid. We've got a young offensive line, but they've been opening holes, and we're very excited about the future and the present. Defensively, we're really looking to improve. We're young up front again. People have been running the ball pretty well against us. We know we've got to get better in that area. In the secondary, we've been decent for the most part, but we still give up too many big plays. So we're trying to just get our alignments and assignments down pat and fly to the football And I think when that happens, good things will result.
Thank you, Coach Cornford. Brian, thank you. In a moment, your take on the overall football game here. Well, Matt, we've had a very different game every single week. Every week has been a different game, but tonight, you're looking at two teams that are pretty similar in styles, records, location, geography. What's your overall take tonight?
Well, both teams have held opponents to a relatively low number of points as opposed to the games that we've done in the past, Vance. I look for the ball to be on the ground a lot tonight on Liberty's side and look for the ball to possibly be up in the air on Frontier's side.
Thank you, Matt. Well, Captain, we've called a lot of Liberty games and a few Frontier games. They both have red, white, and a little bit of close proximity in color, but these students know each other, went to elementary school, junior high school together. A lot of them live within, a mile of each other. No strangers on this football field, but it's all business tonight.
Well, definitely going to be all about business. These kids have been playing since Golden Empire NOR days of playing football, so they're familiar with each other. But the difference tonight is going to be if Liberty can control the ball on the ground. If they have to get into a pass situation, I think it's going to put them in a big trouble tonight.
I'm excited. For Matt Alvarez, Brian Adams, I'm Vance Palm. We'll be back with a high school football game of the week exclusively on Bright House Networks Bakersfield. We're at Frontier, everybody.
Got a job to do? Premier Equipment Rentals is your answer. Residential or industrial, we've got exactly what you need to get the job done. Whether it's a drill, trencher, bobcat, backhoe, or excavator, you can always count on Premier Equipment Rentals. And with our new extended hours, we're available when you need us. Check us out at 3217 Patton Way and 5001 Stein Road, or give us a call to find out more. Don't forget to ask about our weekend specials. Make your next project a breeze with Premier Equipment Rental.
Bakersfield's only sports station that's all sports, all day, every day. Fox Sports Radio 970. With Dan Patrick in the morning and Jim Rome 9 to noon. Home for the world champion Los Angeles Lakers and NASCAR. And now the home for the Bakersfield Condors. No swap shop, no Tradio, no cheap coupons. Sports. It's all we do. Fox Sports Radio 970.
Get in the game. The Friday Night Blitz is on. Friday Football Extra.
And it's a complete football package on Sunday night after the NFL. FFX Sunday Night Edition. All the scores, all the highlights, all the stories from the gridiron.
Coverage of your favorite school, plus the FFX Game of the Week. Friday Football Extra.
FFX, the Sunday Night Edition, only on 17 News after Sunday Night Football.
Local football action. Get in the game.
Football season's here and I've been waiting all year. Head high, no looking back, no fear, here we go. Pump it up, let's fuel the screaming crowd. Take it up, this is our town. It's Friday night, hit the lights, let's go all out. Hands it on three, together we'll shout.
The Bright House Networks High School Football Game of the Week. Sponsored by Premier Equipment Rentals, Audio Visual Plus, KGET Friday Football Extra, Crab Radio 106.1 FM, and Fox Sports 970 AM.
Welcome, everybody. Here we are. It's the first ever Black and Blue Bowl, the inaugural Black and Blue Bowl. Not the first time these two teams have played, obviously, but they've started their own tradition, the Black and Blue Bowl, here exclusively on Bright House Networks, the high school football game of the week, shown in its exclusivity. My name is Vance Palm. I am high atop the Premier Equipment Rental Scissor Lift with my partner Matt Alvarez, and down on the grass, the captain Brian Adams. Brian, after that pregame, we went out in the field and started talking to both coaches, a lot of players. Ooh, boy, high energy tonight.
Well, Vance, it's a league game, and all these games mean something now, and you can feel the tension tonight. You can feel it as each week we go. It's going to get a little bit tighter and tighter as we make that playoff run.
Liberty kicked off. Frontier will take it. Their quarterback, Joshua C. Legaretta. Legaretta looks to the right side, throws, has his man complete out there and caught by, of all people, B.J. Nard. Well, man, and a late flag. Oh, my goodness. We saw 7,422 flags last week, the Independence and South game. The BCHS and South game. And first play from the line of scrimmage, another late flag. What's the call going to be, Matt?
Looks like down on the field, head referee Dennis Matthews is going to dead ball. Wow, they have speakers here, Vance, for the referees. That's high tech.
Should have let you know that. My fault. They have microphones for the head referee. They have a sound system that rivals Van Halen in the 80s. This is the new era of high schools here in Kern County. New school, Frontier, a few years now, already stamping their name on success here in the athletic realm.
Lockwood up the middle, hitting the
Well, Lockwood hits hard. He gets dropped for a couple of yards for a loss. Matt Bryant talked about this. There's high energy. A lot of kids know each other from growing up. They live a couple of streets across from each other. But amongst all of that, this is league play.
This is league play, Vance. And, like Brian alluded to, these are the games that actually mean something. In the first week of league play, you always want to get started off on the right foot because in a league, especially in this league, you never know who could go undefeated.
Legaretta in trouble, and he runs to his left, comes back to his right, throws to Nard. Nard hit hard, but he dropped the ball already. Cap?
Well, Vance, BJ, big play Bernard, he's the guy to go to make plays. But right there, get chalked up to Cody Temple. He's the guy, Vance, I'm calling my BLPer, big lights player. He has to be the guy that shines brightest when the big lights are out because he can change a game from that defensive line position.
Well, a nice pass out there to Thind. And Brian makes a great point. Cody Temple is, he's one of these guys, Brian. We've called his name for so many years. It's like he's been in high school 5 or 6 years. He's such an impact player. He's called his name so many times. Matt, you talk about a guy like Temple. We've been calling his name for a long time now.
Temple's 6'3", 300-pound senior anchoring the defensive line of Liberty.
Oh, my gosh.
He might get a play right here.
Legaretta has enough room for a first down and gets it. Tackle made out there by Bo Hashem, but he does get the first down. We know all about Legaretta last year. He, along with Jacob Adelman and Matt Darr and company, had a great season. Went to the Valley Championship game. We were here, Brian, for that Valley Championship game. 1st and 10, I formation, Frontier. Moving down the football field at the Liberty 32. Oh, my gosh, he bobbles the handoff. And oh, no. Bryson Lockwood runs into number 71 on the tackle, Willie Fiddler there. We're just underway. We're at Frontier High School, home of the Titans. You'll see these huge banners all across the home field stands there, home of the Titans. Here's the pitch out to the right side. It's going to be taken by Fiddler again, and he's cut down, mowed down by who else? Cody Temple. Brian, from your experience and having played in the Pac-10 at UCLA, having played for Valley Championships for BHS, we get some special players that come through Kern County, and one of them is Cody Temple.
Well, most definitely, Vance. Right there, he took on the defensive, he took on the offensive tackle and the running back and still made the tackle.
Oh, goodness. An errant pass in the middle of traffic. It looked like it may have been intended for Lockwood, but Matt, dangerous pass out in no man's land.
Well, when you and your receivers aren't on the same page, that's always going to lead to some hectic times there deep in the Liberty territory. But Ben Lee had a chance to intercept that for Liberty, as you see here in the Audiovisual Plus instant replay it. Off of his left arm.
Matt, it's 4th and 11.
There you go. They've already converted on 1 4th down in this drive, Vance.
Legaretta drops back. Only a two-man rush. So Legaretta has a ton of time, but he's still rushed. And he has to throw it up, and it's incomplete. First down, Liberty. Only 2 men rushing, and still got flushed out of the pocket.
Well, 2 men rushing, but it was Cody Temple rushing, so he's equal to about 2 or 3 men. So
it's a 5-man rush.
5-man rush in essence, but nonetheless, Liberty's defense holds, and now they are going first down the other way.
Well, Brian, we've watched a lot of Liberty games. I remember distinctly calling these games when Byron Campbell Jr. was a quarterback for 3 years. Letourneau, Brandon Herron, all of these great linemen also. Remember they had that lineman, one Corey Actis that we talked to before the game.
Yeah.
Liberty, no stranger to Friday Night Football in Bright House.
Well, welcome to Mr. Moyer, because you're going to see him get the ball tonight, Vance.
And the first play goes to the aforementioned Carson Moyer. Tell us about Moyer, Matt.
Moyer's the 7th best rusher in the county. Statistic-wise, he's run for 112 rushes, 785 yards so far this season, and 8 touchdowns on the offensive end of things. So look for him to get the ball a lot tonight, like Brian said.
9:18 left here in this first quarter, just underway. An unbelievable Friday night. About, I would say, a half moon. Right about a half moon on October 15, 2010. Look at this. It goes to the right side. It's beautiful play. He's got a lot of room, and that is, of course, Kenny Davis. Kenny Davis, a sophomore who's going to get a lot of time tonight as well. You've got Moyer back there. You've got Davis back there. And now Moyer comes back in. Huff goes in. Renz goes in.
You see here on the Audio Visual Plus instant replay, just an end around to Davis. And boy, Vance, we could see it up here. That hole was just gaping, and all he had to do was just run, and he ran his hardest, got just about to the 48-yard line of their own half of the field.
What a matchup tonight. The visiting Liberty Patriots and the inaugural Black and Blue Bowl. That's what they're calling this. Moyer has it. He's in trouble early. He's in trouble often. And he gets maybe 1 or 2 yards. And nice job by that Frontier defense.
Well, it was a good play by Colton Foster, listed as a freshman, 6'2", 240. He was in there. He's the one who got first penetration for Frontier on that play, able to knock Moyer off balance and make him cut it to the inside. But number 56 for Frontier, listed as a freshman, Colton Foster. But, man, that's a big freshman, 6'2", 240 pounds.
6'2", 240 pounds. And I was a freshman. I was 5'8", 112. Under 8 minutes already. We are rolling through this first quarter. Look at this. Tyler Raper back there. It looks as a decoy, but oh, Moyer almost broke it. Almost broke it. Brought down out there by Bryson Lockwood. Ooh, that was almost a big, big game, but it brings up third, and I would say about 3.
Shoestring tackle for Lockwood, as you see here on the Audio Visual Plus instant replay. You got the big lead blocker in Tyler Raper to follow, and he opens a big hole for Carson Moyer, and Lockwood, a great job to prevent a score there by Moyer.
Again, Raper right there in the middle of the I formation. Moyer behind him on a 3rd and 3. Moyer gets the handoff, and he battles his way to a first down. That's a nice play. Oh, boy.
Well, good run by Moyer there. Good play selection. You don't expect them to deviate a lot from the run because they haven't really passed the ball a lot this season. Renz has 411 yards, but they only have 1 touchdown through the air, so look for Liberty to keep it on the ground a lot tonight.
By the way, Q Bean, I guess I should mention the quarterback, Cody Renz behind center. He has 1 back behind him. That's Moyer on a 1st and 10. Under 7 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Renz is going to put it in the air. Has a man open, has a couple of men open, has a few men open. It was intended out there by Preston Johnson, and Renz took a hit as well. Brian, what'd you see?
Well, Vance, what I didn't like was the one-handed grab by the receiver. I'd rather you lay out and put 2 hands on it. If you can get your forearm on the ball, you can definitely get 2 hands on the ball. So you got to help. Remember, receivers have to help the quarterback. The quarterback cannot throw a perfect pass every time. Under pressure, he puts the ball that's catchable. He must come down with that one.
Ross Huff was wide open on the left side. The DB bit came up for the run, and Huff was open, but now that brings up 2nd and 10. Great point, Brian. Now Huff split way out to the left side, and see what he does. They hand off. And it's given to Keith Deaton, and he's thrown for a loss.
Well, that's 2 quick plays that have ended in no gain nor a loss for Liberty now, and they're stuck with the 3rd down at Frontier's 42-yard line here with about 6.5 left to go in the first, and look for them to go to the air here on 3rd and long, Vance.
What a nice crowd, both sides filling up their stands. As the game gets underway, we are at Frontier High School. This first quarter moving along. I can see Friday Night Lights all over the west side tonight. Centennial hosting Stockdale. Renz in the shotgun, has Moyer behind him. He goes to the left. Moyer's going to block for him. Renz in trouble, looks back to his right, has nobody to go to. He's going to be brought down to the 38-yard line, and that'll be well short of a first down. Looks like Liberty is going to have to punt the football. Captain Brian Adams.
Well, you know, Vance, that's exactly where you want Liberty after the Frontier Titans. You want them in 3rd and long. They have not shown so far this year they're a great passing team. So you want to put that pressure on the pass. If you allow them to get their running backs going, they can really cause some havoc for you.
Thank you, Brian. Angel Marcical will do the punting. 2 return men on the punt. And it's a beauty. And it's kicked to the corner. And it's taken, and it's not far caught. So, oh my goodness. Weber looking for some room. We know all about Deshante Weber. And he's brought down out there about the 25-yard line. But oh my goodness, Deshante Weber. Matt, we've called a lot of games with that name as well. D. Weber.
Well, Deshante Weber has 3 touchdowns on the year as a running back for Frontier. He's gone for 458 yards, which is the team lead for the Titans. But, yeah, he's dangerous when he's back there returning the ball. You know, he ran about, let's see, he picked up maybe about 10, 15 yards, but he ran about 50 on that play, Vance.
We've seen a lot of that this year.
East-west running.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that this year. And I mentioned we see some Friday Night Lights. One of the great things about standing up on these Premier Equipment Rental scissor lifts, one of our great sponsors, is we get to see Centennial High School. We look back over there and we see, I think that is, if I know my direction right, it could be Bakersfield High School. It's BHS at home tonight. Here's the 1st and 10. A long pass out to the right side. Oh, goodness. Looking for Thind, or Tend, and that was coming right at us. Garson's High School hosting Stockdale tonight. You see all of these football lights all over the city. It's fantastic. Man, that was a long pass coming right at us.
Yeah, Legarreta had Thind open on that play, but once again, you know, it looked like he kind of got a little case of alligator arms at the end there, Vance.
Legarreta rolls to his right. This one is, well, should have been caught. Lockwood out there, and the normally sure-handed Lockwood. Goodness gracious.
Well, you know, guys, if I'm a linebacker on Liberty and I'm playing behind Cody Temple, he just had 3 guys go to him. I should be making plays all night long, whether it's passing or running. I should be able to make a lot of plays. He's taking out 3 guys. So these linebackers and the support guys have to make some plays.
Here's Temple, straight shot. And he had a straight shot, so an incomplete shot. And oh my goodness, Cody Temple had a direct shot at Legarreta. And I can tell you this, Kern County, in the first 6+ minutes, nobody can handle Cody Temple right now. Nobody.
Well, they don't have a chance. And again, Vance, we talked about this before. At his size and athleticism, he's in the class by himself on this field tonight.
You know, I think that play was designed that way, Vance, to where they would let Temple have a free run at Legarreta, and he just missed on the shovel pass there.
But that takes too long. Legarreta's going to get hammered.
Well, he's going to get hammered anyway.
Oh! Oh, my goodness. Averting disaster. Coach Mills.
Little case of the butterfingers there by Kenny Davis, the 5'9" sophomore. Maybe a little league jitters there, your first time on varsity.
Coach Mills didn't look too bothered, called his offense over on the sidelines right below us and said, we've got the ball, let's go.
That's one of the ones you don't say anything right now. You just talk to him in films on Monday. You say, hey, we got the ball, let's start going.
It's like a golfer that hits a bad putt and he goes, oh, what am I doing? And it goes in the hole, you just walk off the green like, what are you talking about? That was going in the whole way. 4:44 left in this first quarter as Renz comes out to lead this Liberty offense on a 1st and 10 from their own 30. Moyer's to his right. They hand off to Moyer. Moyer looks up. He gets hit hard at the 35-yard line and brought down. Once again, you're watching high school football game of the week in its entirety, exclusively on Bright House Networks. We are packed, absolute packed stands. Right behind us is the Liberty Traveling Band. On the other side is the Frontier Home Band. Myself and Kevin Willey looking forward to some big-time halftime show by the Frontier Big Blue Marching Crew.
And you know, Vance, he's led by a guy we both know, Mr. Douglas Kelly.
Douglas Kelly. Renz out to the left side. Perfect screenplay. Oh, Moyer has a ton of room. He's hit hard, but he picks up a first down. Make no mistake about it. Moyer's getting some big yards, but he's paying the price. Some big hits. Or I should say, he's taking some big hits, but make no mistake about it, he's getting some big yards.
It was a beautifully designed screenplay here, as you see. Renz firing it off to Moyer. Then look at the downfield blocking. Look down there, number 55, Jason Diffie, just missing that block.
What a hit.
But Moyer still able to pick up the first down here just over midfield.
Oh, man. Who was that laid the wood? I think that was B.J. Nard. Man. Renz. Moyer. And puts it up to about the 42-yard line. Boy, sure nice calling these games when the PA announcer calls the games too. You just kind of just copy whatever he says, huh?
And with that PA system that they have here, you can hear it in South Bakersfield.
What kind of gig do I have, man?
So we could all sit at home and do this one, huh?
It's like East High School. Same up at East, you know. You call the guy's calling the game about a second ahead of you. We'll just pipe him in, and I'm going to go grab a pizza. 3:14. Renz has Moyer to his right, split everybody out as far as receivers. He goes to the right side, kicks it this time out to Jonti.
Number 28, Corbin Jones. Attacking the play by Titan Douglas.
Even 3 minutes.
And you know, Vance, one thing I'm noticing right now with the Frontier defense, they're almost doing a bend, don't break type defense. But you know, if I came into a game, and you gotta think Coach Cornford's been doing this for a great long time and did a great job, but I almost, if I have guys that can lock up and cover, I might go to the 8-man box and really put pressure on that running game and force them to pass. Because those kind of passes right there, if you're locking up man-to-man, you're going to eat those up.
Well, Brian, it's a great point, and you mentioned Coach Cornford. Both teams just extremely well coached. Moyer now in trouble, and he gets run out of bounds hard and hit hard. Head coach Rich Cornford for the Titans, head coach Tony Mills for the Liberty Patriots, and a slew of all-star assistant coaches.
Yeah.
Goodness
and,
gracious.
and Vance, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You might as well sell out and blitz on the run because you know they're not a great threat at passing. Make them throw the ball and beat you with the ball downfield.
And that's something that they haven't proven that they can do this year. Like I said, only one passing touchdown as opposed to 3 interceptions on the season for Cody Renz.
How about our two principals for Frontier? It's Jay Sullivan. For Liberty, it's, are you kidding me? Libby Wyatt.
Give to Moyer up the middle.
Moyer, hard guard. Wow. Hard right through the defense there. Great job by Carson.
And Liberty does pick up the first down.
Liberty got the first down on that play, and they're inside the red zone for the first time tonight on hostile visiting territories. You see here on the Audiovisual Plus Instant Replay. Look at those holes that the offensive line is opening up for Moyer. I mean, it's been like that all night, Vance, and you know, Moyer, all he has to do is run, take a couple big licks, but tough kid.
1st and 10, 1:42 left here in the first quarter. Renz looks at Moyer, says, go ahead, big fella. Carson Moyer continues to carve up this defense, and Liberty starting to feel it here late in the first quarter.
Well, he's showing you why he's one of the top 10 rushers in the county. Liberty coming into this game with a 3-2 record, and they owe a lot of that to Moyer. 8 touchdowns on the season. You see a good tackle there by Blake Bernard of Frontier to help prevent any more damage. But boy, Moyer, it's almost like he's one step away from breaking a long run here.
If it wasn't for that linebacker crew right now for Frontier, well, we say that, and now he's wrapped up hard and thrown down by Lockwood. So we say it and it doesn't happen. We don't say it and it happens.
Right on cue, Vance. Bryson Lockwood able to penetrate the offensive line, stop Moyer for a loss here. You see on the AV Plus Instant Replay. Boom, right there. Good form tackle by Lockwood, wrapping up. Not just going for the big hit like you see a lot of these days, Vance.
Half a minute left in this first quarter. It's flown by. What? Moyer cuts up the middle. And he's brought down, probably picked up the first down or very close to it.
Now it looks like that might be the last play of the first quarter here, Vance.
Well, they're going to blow the whistle and do the measurement before the quarter ends.
Now it should be a close one. It looks to be Looks like the ball is spotted just inside the 9-yard line of Frontier.
It's 3rd and 3. Well, it was 3rd and 3. Here's a great shot of you right there, and it looks like it's a first down. So first down, Liberty. And the ball is on the 9-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 9, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Wow, what a start. No score, but a lot of great plays, a lot of hard hitting. Bright House Network's exclusive high school football game of the week. Hope you're enjoying it. I'm Vance, he's Matt. Brian down on the grass. Back in a moment with the second quarter.
Bakersfield's only sports station that's all sports, all day, every day. Fox Sports Radio 970. With Dan Patrick in the morning. And Jim Rome 9 to noon. Home for the world champion Los Angeles Lakers and NASCAR. And now the home for the Bakersfield Condors. No swap shop, no Tradio, no cheap coupons. Sports. It's all we do. Fox Sports Radio 970.
We're back here for the start of the second quarter. No score as Liberty is deep inside Frontier territory on the 8-yard line. They picked up the first down on that last measurement. Renz in the shotgun with Moyer behind. Renz looking. There's a big blitz coming, and he's going to be sacked at the 20-yard line by Adam Hoyt. Or Neil Ashby, rather. Ashby getting in great penetration there on the otherwise impenetrable Liberty offensive line, and that's going to be a big loss there on first down, Vance.
I gave you a bad read. You were right. I gave you a bad read.
There you go.
I said, Matt, take it. So he takes the intro, and I give him a bad read. Oh, my God. You know what? I'm out. Just underway, second quarter. 2nd and 17 now. Renz looks up. Oh! What a hit by Mitch Johnson. And Brian, I would say that's a candidate for the Crab Crush.
Yes. Zach, I hope you're watching that.
Hey, that's a candidate
Put
for
that
the
one in the
Crab.
can. That's what you want. Perfect form. Formed him up and drove him in the ground.
There'll be no premature Crab Crush call tonight. We're waiting until the last second of the football game. Oh, my gosh, Mitchell Johnson. Hey, next chance you have, Zach, we have to see it. 3rd and 15. Renz looks over at Moyer. In the shotgun. Kenny Davis goes in motion, then gets settled over there on the left side. Renz takes a big hit, but he's complete. What a great pass, and it's caught and complete out there, and it's almost, and is it? Touchdown! Juke scores for the Patriots. What a play call.
Well, what a play call indeed, Vance. They had Corbin Jounty coming across the middle, picked it up on the run, was able to juke a few defenders. He got into the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty. They go up big. And it looked like it was going to be bad for Liberty starting off that drive, starting off the second quarter. They had a first down, went backwards, second down, went backwards, and then on third down, they bust out for the big play and the icebreaker here at Frontier.
We'll take a look at it after this PAT. As Garcia up and through 7-0. So the visiting Liberty Patriots come in and put one on the board. Wow, that was a really nice play and a touchdown. Corbin just ran it perfectly and boom, wow.
You see him, once he evades that first defender, all he has to do is just make the moves, and then he powers through. You know, I would have liked him to just buckle down and lower the shoulder and get into the end zone, but you know what? He got into the end zone any way he could, Vance.
For anybody that watched that.
Spoken just like a punter, man. When you get by the goal line, partner, you got to put the ball over the line. That's what they call a touchdown. You got to touch it down there, man.
10-24.
Can't be conservative like that by the goal line.
10-24 left in this first half. And pretty interesting. We have certain aromas out at Golden Valley, and we have certain aromas out here at Frontier. We're all out in the, every time we're out here in the open land, there seems to be very interesting aromas coming through here.
You guys are picking that aroma up late. It's been out here for about 5 minutes.
Wow. Wow.
We'll just drop that conversation quickly. So Garcia, it's a good weapon to have here for Liberty as Garcia kicked the last one in the end zone for the touchdown, or for the touchback rather.
Here we go. 7-0. Liberty leads, and they're kicking off to the home school of Frontier. And that is, again, going to be touched back.
9 yards deep, and this Liberty defense hasn't really yielded to the Frontier offense, so when you give them 80 yards to go.
Hey, fellas, you know, we've been talking about quarterback this year and running back, but Vance, you know, we've been doing this for quite a while. I don't recall this many kickers kicking the ball on the kickoffs this deep into the end zone.
There's been a lot of them, Brian, and, you know, the elevation of that part of the football team at the high school level now. You know, I talked to Matt about this off the air last week about, you know, just the dynamics of the kicking and punting game and the scholarships that are at stake and the full rides. And you watch these great programs and these great kickers, punters, I agree with you. 1st and 10, Legarreta overthrows the intended receiver, Triton Douglas. What are you saying? What is all these hand signals are giving me?
It looked like that ball was tipped, Vance, coming out of the hand of Legarreta. If we could get a replay of that, we'll see the defensive end maybe getting his hand up, tipping the ball before it got to his intended receiver.
No huddle offense, Legarreta. That one is tipped. Oh my goodness. That one was certainly tipped, and it floated right in the middle of the football field. But just like that, it's 3rd and 10.
Well, that's a dangerous spot for the ball to get tipped, as you see here at Legarreta. This is the first play, and it did get tipped off the hand of number 71, Willie Fiddler, by Liberty. And then the play that just happened, another defensive lineman able to get his hands up in the air and knock the ball down.
They go to the right side in a quick pass, and it's caught. And Nard's going to try to battle up for a first down. He'll be 4 yards short. They're going to have to punt this football. Brian, you know, we know Josh Legarreta well. He's kind of a household name here in Kern County. I would consider him a pretty big name at quarterback this season. Early struggles.
You know, Vance, I mean, so far right now he is struggling, but it's just not him. He's thrown some passes, guys that drop balls.
You're right.
Had a couple tip passes. And it all goes together. And just for a quarterback, it's about rhythm. And you can get him off the rhythm sometimes. You can maybe shake him up and get the confidence shaken and have them have a shaky game. But he has so much experience. I don't see that happening for him long. I think he'll settle down and make the play.
Oh, what a big booming punt. A huge punt. Oh, did it hit him? Did Kenny Davis touch that football? Oh, my goodness. That was a close call for Kenny Davis. Wow.
You know, Kenny Davis has made some questionable return tactics tonight. As if you're going to let that ball go, you got to get out of the way quick, because you know, that ball bounced maybe a yard in front of him, Vance, and just imagine what Coach Mills would have been saying to him had that ball have touched him.
Well, you know, one thing that punt returners got to understand is high like that, that's catchable. And you have to come up, fair catch it, because you're not going to make a return. He made no effort to fair catch it. And being young as a sophomore, he'll get better at that, more adept at it. But it's just reading the ball. You see the ball. When the nose of that ball hangs up like that, it's not going to turn over, so you're going to have time to get under it. And actually, it's an easier ball to catch than when it's coming down and gets that good spin on it, like the one that went through his arms.
Yeah, that's a great point. If it's high, fair catch it, get it over with. 9:21 left in this first half. 1st and 10 for Liberty. They held Frontier on a 3-and-out. Handoff goes to Moyer to the right side. So we've seen a lot of Carson Moyer tonight, to be expected. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Premier Equipment Rentals. Again, best seat in the house, Matt and I have. How about Audio Visual Plus Replay? How about our media partners, Crab Radio, Fox Radio, KGET, Friday Football Extra. Woo! We're rolling this year.
You know, we've seen a lot of Carson Moyer, but we've also seen a lot of Bryson Lockwood on the defensive end for Frontiers. He's the one who came up with that last tackle that, like, it lost maybe about half a yard for Liberty.
2nd and 10, Moyer behind Renz. Renz gives the ball to Moyers, and he's hit at the 25-yard line, gang tackled. Well, I shouldn't say tackled. He never really went down till the very end. He's a load.
Oh, that's another big hit there by number 15, Mitch Johnson, one of the team captains. He's the one who made that big wrestling takedown hit down here at the 20-yard line on our side of the field, just on Liberty's last possession. But it's going to bring up another 3rd down here. You remember what happened the last time Liberty was faced with a 3rd down? They hit Corbin Jounty for a big pass touchdown. So we'll see what they come at it here.
3rd and 8, 8 minutes left in the half. Renz fakes the handoff. He gets flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his left, throws to his right, and it's caught again by the same guy, Junk. He's looking for a nice run after the catch. 1st down, Liberty. Boy, it's a nice play. Really nice play.
Well, they go back to their bread and butter, their 3rd down bread and butter, Vance. And we hit it right on the head. Jounty able to get open. You see here on the Audiovisual Plus instant replay, the play fake and then the rollout to the left side. And Renz was firing off his back foot, but he still fired a perfect ball in there to Jounty, who was able to pick up. Look at that straight arm right there on B.J. Nard. And it's another 1st down for Liberty here, back in business.
Well, fellas, too, the secondary right now for Frontier has to decide to step up and make tackles. They just can't keep letting Jounty just keep catching the ball and beating them 1-on-4.
Oh, fumble!
Pick up by Adam Howe. Titans take over.
Who is
the
it?
18-yard line.
Frontier football. Oh, my goodness.
Well, that play went south in a hurry for Liberty. You see here Renz looking both ways, nobody to throw to, and he tries to tuck the ball, but a huge hit by Garrett Brown, another sophomore, another youngster on this Frontier team. And Liberty comes, or check that, Frontier comes up with the ball in the middle of that pile. Oh boy, Cody Renz.
Seven and a half.
By number 3, Cody Bryant. Short gain on the play.
Let's take another look at that big play. I want to see that replay again. That could be a very pivotal play in this football game. Here you go, Matt.
You see Renz looking both ways. Boom! Big hit. And you know what? At that point, what do you do if you're Cody Renz? I mean, you got to throw it at. What are you trying to do, Brian? You throw it at the defender's leg?
He's trying to throw a screen, and you watch the pros and the college guys, when it gets blown up like that, they'll throw the ball down at the receiver's feet. He has to throw it towards the receiver, towards his feet, and try to get rid of the ball. That's about it. Or he has to just take it down and really tuck it tight and take the loss.
We are at Frontier High School. That was the voice of Brian Adams. The other voice is Matt Alvarez. I'm Vance Palm. And we are having a blast here tonight. A very heated contest. How the ultra cliches come out tonight. The energy is electric.
Remember, $5 raffle ticket. Look for the ladies in the stands with the buckets.
It's palpable. All of those great cliches. It is that way tonight. Packed stands on the visitor side for Liberty. Absolutely packed stands for Frontier. We are on the northwest side of the city, no doubt. And it is a 2nd and 9, 7:12 left here in the first half. And there's a look at the Frontier sidelines. There's head coach. Well, no, it's really not head coach Rich Cornford. That's the Patriots sideline. The inaugural Black and Blue Bowl. Here we go. 2nd and 9. I formation. It's going to be a pitch pass. They think. Oh, my goodness. He's a burning disaster at every chance. Oh, man. Bryson Lockwood trying to get a pass off. He had no chance, Matt.
You know, I don't know if I saw anybody running down the field, if I saw any receivers down the field on that play. Brian, did you see anything?
You know, I couldn't see anything, the advantage I have, but I think they were just well covered.
Well, that brings up a quick 3rd and 6. They waste no time. Legaretta wants to go to the air. He throws it out, and it's a poor pass, and it's at the ankles of Nobles. It was intended for Caleb Nobles, and that brings up 4th and 5, 4th and 6. Cornford going to go for a field goal. Well, here we go, Matt. What a story here for our kicking team or PAT team.
Well, they're going to bring out the kicking unit here. It's get a number on the.
So our kicking professional guru, give us some heads up, give us some insight on this field goal attempt.
This looks like Daniel Carrasco going to attempt this field goal, 5'9" senior.
The snap, the hold. Ooh, sketchy from the very beginning, and did he get it through? He did!
30-yard
wow.
field goal by Daniel Carrasco is up and good.
So that was a 31-yard field goal that's up and good, and it puts Frontier on the board.
Wow, great job by Matthew Brown to pull that snap down and get it ready in a heartbeat. Wow.
Oh, good job indeed. But you know, one of the things that I was talking to you about in the pregame, Vance, is that they have 3 kickers listed on their roster, Vance. 3 kickers, one of them Daniel Carrasco, the other 2 Hallie Meadows and Amanda Bennett.
Had a great chance to talk to Hallie and Amanda before the game, 2 of the kickers, soccer players on the girls soccer team here at Frontier, and it was great talking to them. And Hallie has an injury, and she was showing me her ankles and saying that she's trying to battle through that, but what a great story to have 2 of the lady soccer players on the kicking squad here for the Frontier Titans.
Hallie Meadows has 12 PATs and a field goal on the season. Amanda Bennett has 5 PATs, so you know they're no strangers to putting the ball through the uprights on this field. Even though when they play soccer on this field, they want to keep the ball below the uprights.
I asked them, how's it going? How do you like playing with these guys? They gave me the shoulder shrug. They gave me the shoulder shrug.
Soccer season's right around the corner.
Right. I know, they did say it was great. They said it was great, but they gave me the old, Late girls don't get mad at me. All right, 7-3, Frontier. Another deep kick, just like Brian said, man, these balls just keep going. Next week, we have some options. We've got some options next week. We don't know where we're going. But we have some options of where we're going next week as far as high school football game of the week. Going in the second week or third week of league, depending on where you're looking at. But don't know exactly where we're heading yet.
What kind of options do we have, Vance?
Well, one of the stories I keep hearing about is that Upper East Side rivalry between Garces and Highland. A lot of old players from those old schools. 6.5 left here in this first half. Oh, Renz almost gets tackled at the line of scrimmage. Now Moyer has it. Moyer has room. What a hard run and a big first down. He almost was brought down out there.
Well, you'll see the big block by Brian Wilmert, number 66 on the O-line. I think that's what you were owing about, Vance, was one of the players went down right on the O-line. If we get a replay of that, you'll see that Wilmert just absolutely cut block as the right there. You see the defensive lineman going down as Wilmert was able to get a good cut block, and that really boosted Moyer to that big run.
He did pick up the first down. Renz, I formation. They're going to go to a new running back this time, and same result, just a hard, big run out there by Henry Cordova. Cordova gets about 8 yards. They look right below us. Mason Otten, there's a name we've called numerous times on High School Football Game of the Week. Mason Otten doing some practice.
Do another one. Come on. Gotta go fast.
Punt returns. Who is that? Is that Carlos Anguiano? That's the great Carlos Anguiano I hear in our microphone, in our headsets. 2nd and 2, 5.5 left in this first half. Frontier up 7-3. Cordova again on the handoff. Cordova gets some room. He's heading for Brian Adams. He gets brought down to the 28-yard line. Whoa, that's a nice run. Finally tackled by B.J. Nard, but exploded through the line.
Man, you're seeing right now why at any level of football you want a great running game, because they are just wearing down the Frontier defense now. They've been playing a lot of defense, and they're opening up huge holes. You see right there in the replay, and there's just nowhere for Cordova to go but straight ahead, and B.J. Nard once again stops the touchdown with a tackle.
Frontier very happy to have B.J. Nard back there in that defensive backfield. 5:12 left in this first half. Liberty in the neighborhood. Renz has Cordova with him. They give it to him again. This time Cordova hit hard at the line of scrimmage, but he battles for 4 or 5 more. He was hit exactly at the line of scrimmage, but continued to make something happen.
Well, that's Henry Cordova, the yards after contact, and he's going to come off the field, and he is pumped up, Vance. Look at him coming towards the coaching staff.
I guess so.
He is way pumped up as you see Cody Renz back out on the field, and that run right there on the AV Plus instant replay, boy, he's just a hard runner. You know, he hits the hole hard, and he was able to break free a couple of runs ago, and you see he has, I don't know if he has that breakaway speed, but he sure got the power to burst through the hole.
He has fresh legs, fellas, fresh legs.
Yep, great point, Brian. There's Moyer after a little bit of a breather. Boy, he's hit hard. Uh-oh. A couple of hard hits, very close to him being down. No flags, though. We've had 1 flag. I think we've had 1 flag the first play from the line of scrimmage.
And
that's been it.
And guess who was in on the defensive penetration? That was number 11, Bryson Lockwood again. So with Frontier's defense, or with Frontier's offense being rather stalled in this first half, Lockwood is making his presence known on defense. But offensively, he's scored 9 touchdowns on the year. So I'm sure Frontier's not accustomed to having a 3 on their scoreboard this late into the second half.
Moyer comes off the field and talks to Corey Atkins. What a great asset to have him. I shouldn't have said it, a flag on the play. Cordova gets to the end zone, and officially, we don't know if it's a touchdown yet. He did hit across the goal line. It's been called a touchdown by the back officials or the deep officials, but the main dude is about to make the call. Holding, no touchdown.
So that was Dennis Matthews making that call. As we're going to go over our Kern County officials for tonight's game. The referees, Dennis Matthews. The umpire, Dan Harris. The line judge, your boy, Roy Clark.
I'm a pickin'.
The head linesman, Jim Lippy. The back judge, Josh Huber. And in the box, Randy By.
And I'm a grinning.
All these gentlemen, members of the Kern County Officials Association, doing a great job for the youth of Bakersfield day in and day out, man.
Basketball season's coming up. If you want to be a basketball official, start off at the freshman level, maybe to the JV level. Get up to that varsity level, do some officiating. How about soccer? How about baseball coming up? 3rd and 11, that touchdown call back. Now Renz is going to tell Cordova, get off my right side, come to my left side. Huff out to the right side. They look for Huff. No, they kick it off to Kenny Davis. Kenny Davis takes 1 hit, stays on his feet. Kenny Davis, takes a couple of big hits right below us. That angle that you have right there, well, the angle that you did have is right where we're at, and he's right below us.
Well, they're going to bring Garcia out now to attempt a 42-yard field goal, Vance, as the ball spotted at the 35. You know, we've seen Garcia's leg strength. He's been able to get him into the end zone on kickoffs, as you see there with Kenny Davis. Yeah, he has great balance, and you know he's able to evade that tackle from number 22 on the Frontier roster, who
Look at
course
this.
is not listed.
Look at this, Garcia for a 42-yarder. The snap is perfect, the hold is perfect, and the kick is no good, wide right.
Well, he had the distance, Vance, and he had a chance to put Liberty up by a touchdown here with 2:50 left to go in the second quarter.
What do you see, Matt? Anything that gives you any kind of indication of what happened there?
Well, I'd love to see it from a behind angle, but you know, he had the distance, like I said, to be pretty good form, but sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't, Vance.
Now, Matt, I'm not a kicking guy, but I noticed like on some kicks, the ball seems to have more of a stronger push on it. And that one seemed to kind of like just go up and kind of hang. Is it how you hit the ball, or tell us more about it?
It's really where you put your plant foot, Brian. If you put your plant foot closer to the ball, you're going to hit the ball, make it go higher. If you put your plant foot more away from the ball, you're going to drive it more.
Right. Here we go, Legaretta out to his right side, fires one, and boy, that sure looked good. That was off his back foot on the run, and it's a first down just like that. So just what you're talking about, Brian.
You know, Vance, and again, he's had so much experience in big games already. He's a BLP, he's a big light player, Vance. We already know he performs well when it comes out. Now can he settle his guys down and get that rhythm and get his momentum?
1st and 10, 2:43 left.
Quick give up the middle.
They give the ball right up the middle of the football field, and They get a couple, but it's a no-huddle offense. They want to make something happen here at the end of this first half. There's exactly 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. It'll be second and about 6 yards. I formation for Legarreta. He looks out to his left side. Nope. He's going to keep it. Legarreta in trouble. Gets brought down after about a 1 yard gain. And the usual suspects in there on the tackle. And we want to mention that Cody Bryan, number 3 for the Patriots, has been in on a lot of tackles as well as Preston Johnson. It's not all Cody Temple. It's a lot of Cody, but there's some other guys. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3, Matt. I formation.
Well, you have Legarreta now adjusting the audibling at the line in the I formation, backing up, fires a pass to the left side. It's caught!
Legarreta finds complete.
What a catch out there by Thin.
Gorman King with the catch.
And they pick up a big first down with 1:45 left to go.
Oh, what a pass. What a pass.
Legarreta fired that picture-perfect pass, and Thin did a great job to pull it in. And he had good protection. I mean, Ben Lee did everything he could on the defensive end of things.
Back to the I formation, first down. This time they go to the run. They kick it out to the left side. And it is Lockwood on the run. You know what? Maybe Coach Lewis and
Tackle on the play by number 20.
Legarreta somehow heard me and they said, what's Palm talking about? What's Palm talking about?
Well, you know, Vance, one thing with Legarreta that he throws that reminds you of what Cody Kessler. They know where to throw the ball to.
Right.
And that separates some of the better quarterbacks from the good guys to the great guys at this level. And he's a great high school quarterback because he's able to throw the ball to where he wants it on a lot of passes.
Bryson Lockwood up the middle.
What a great run. Oh, he almost got away. That would have been an incredible run. Finally wrapped up out there by Ben Lee.
Tackle by number 23, Ben Lee.
A couple of nifty moves out there, almost broke him free.
Well, they'll move the chains. It's going to be enough for a first down, but you see Lockwood here taking the handoff and going up the right side, evading a tackle, and then cutting it back to the left side. And another whoop, like Chris Berman does it. And a good tackle there by Lee.
Give again to Lockwood, bounces to the left and up back up the middle.
Lockwood runs out of real estate there. No timeout taken yet. Who's going to call it?
Tackle by number
They called it on that, Vance. Remember, they still have 3 timeouts, guys.
Right.
So they have plenty of time. You know, very interesting on that play calling. They ran twice, then threw on third and short, threw a long ball. Then they've gone back to the running game. But they did have 3 timeouts. They knew they had time. You know, one thing that, again, is you talked about the other guys from Liberty making tackles, Vance. You have to, if you have a guy that's getting double teamed and triple teamed sometimes, those other players have to make plays. And one thing right now they're not doing is they're not getting the pressure on Legarreta that they had earlier in this first half. And on this drive right here, with the exception of the rollout when he had a little bit of pressure and he had to throw off the back heel, he's had plenty of time to throw. And also the offensive line's doing a good job of finding holes for the backs to run through.
Thank you, Brian. We're under a minute left here in this first half. Head coach Rich Cornford for the Titans, and he has Danny Willis, Don Bernard, Cito Castaneda, Coach Don Turner, and Mike Lewis. Mike Lewis, a legend in his own making. That guy right there is something else. What a great quarterback, one of the all-time greats. Who do you play college ball for?
Played a little baseball at UCLA, so you know that's my Bruin buddy right there.
Here we go. Legarreta. Uh-oh. That's frustrating after the timeout.
Yeah, exactly.
They call the play, and just like that, they march it back 5 yards.
You know, right after you call a timeout, and the coach tells you what count to go on, and you jump. It's not your quarterback telling you, it's the head coach telling you what count to go on.
Well, moves it back.
You know, where's Cody Temple been in the second quarter? That's what I'm wondering.
Well,
as Brian alluded to, you know, they haven't gotten a lot of pressure in the backfield in this second quarter.
Very quick offense and no huddle offense. They've kept it quick. Legarreta fires across the middle, has his man. Is it caught or is it intercepted? It bounced off his chest while it was on his back.
Well, tie goes to the receiver, Vance.
Oh, my goodness.
Nard holds on.
Nard attempted to make the
at the
catch.
5-yard line.
He fell on his back. The ball bounces up, and it could have been picked off, but Nard pulls it down. Watch this.
Oh, the pass was a little low. Nard up in the air.
That was a great catch. Weber's going to try to get in from there, and there's Cody Temple.
Well, you talked about Cody Temple, and one of the things that's been happening, as you alluded to earlier, they're doing 2- and 3-man rushes. And so, also remember, Cody Temple's playing both sides of the ball.
Right. And
so he might be
offense.
getting a little bit of worn down, so he's taking his break on defense. But at some point, I think you're going to see them blitz some linebackers in the second half. I don't think they're going to do it much right now with 38 seconds left. But this defense has played well so far in this game. This is an explosive offensive team. They've averaged 37.8 points, and they barely have 3 points up so far with about 30-something seconds in the half. So give the defense a lot of credit tonight.
Well, you know, on the other hand of that, Liberty was only giving up 16.6 points a game for opponents. And, you know, Frontier was giving up 25.8, so kind of half expected to see a low-scoring game, but both teams were coming into the game, you know, averaging over 28 points a game. So,
but you sent us some great stats, and I was looking at the stats you sent me. In games against quality opponents,
right,
Liberty has given up about 26 points a game.
38.8. That's how many seconds are left here in this first half. Titans from Frontier have the football. They trail by 4 points. Legarreta looks to his right, flicks it out to his right. Is it a touchdown? Oh my goodness, they call it on the 1 millimeter line.
Well, if it's not, they better call a timeout, and they do. They do, Vance, right at the 29-second mark.
My goodness, even the Frontier crowd oohing and ahhing and groaning.
Another timeout taken.
Everybody on the southwest side of the football field thought that was in. Even the public address announcer said the 2-inch line. Oh boy. And by the way, I guess it's third in inches.
And 2 inches.
Right, with 29.2 left.
And you're out of timeouts.
No, they should have one left.
Should have one more.
Should have one left.
You know, but one thing that I've seen throughout the season so far, guys, is I have not seen corners really lock up when they get to that tight spot inside the goal, inside that 10-yard line. We've seen a lot of defensive backs play soft. And right there, that was a case where the guy played soft and almost threw a touchdown. You know, it's hard to fit a pass in once you get inside that 10-yard line.
I'd like to see Legarreta run this thing in. He's got the legs. Oh, they try to jam it in. I don't know if it's going to happen. He gets hit hard at the line of scrimmage, and of course it's Cody Temple. It's Willie Fiddler. He did not get in. Time continues to tick. They're not going to call the timeout. They're going to try to jam it in there. 14 seconds, no timeout. 4th down. They pitch it. Should be a touchdown, and it is. Wow, they cut that down to the very end. Deshante Weber. Pretty smart play. No huddle, no timeout. Just get it up and run it in. Touchdown.
You know, great call right there. What I like is they already had a play ready to go. Right. That tells you that they practice that. They do that in practice. One of the, again, probably the second best 2-minute drill we've seen this far this year. I can't remember the other game earlier, but somebody ran a great, I think it might have been Foothill ran that great 2-minute drill against Ridgeview when they scored before half.
Right.
So that's the second best one we've seen, but great job right there.
Well, here we go. Hallie Meadows, she's going to kick it in or try. The snap, the hold, and it's almost blocked, but she got it in there. Oh, and she takes a hit.
You know, she did take a huge hit there by number 21, Mason Otten. He came in and tried to block it. And if the ball got tipped, then it's...
Now look at the Frontier players, guys. Now, it's like your little sister getting knocked down. They don't like it. They were having some words to the Liberty guys. So I expect a little chippiness in the second half.
Well, Mason Otten, did he get his hand on it?
It is a personal foul, Vance. The penalty's going to be assessed on the kickoff, but, you know, there's really, it doesn't really affect Liberty in as much as that the ball was going to be kicked into the end zone more than likely anyway, and there's only 7.8 seconds, but it does affect Frontier in that, Brian, exactly what you just said. Their kicker goes down, that's like their little sister. They're going to come up fired up for the second half, that's for sure.
If you'd have got knocked down, we would have cared about you to get up and let's play. But she gets knocked down. They got to come to her defense. And, I mean, they jumped up real quick, guys. I don't know if we can see it, if we have the replay of it. But they jumped up real quick and had some words to say to the Liberty Patriot players. That's not good.
Well, there's two sides to the argument. No matter who's kicking it, you're going to try to block it. So they went after the block, didn't get it. She did go down, and now Frontier is going to the locker room saying, hey, if for some reason we needed some more reason to get after it, right? Let's do it now. But now I would think that this football is going to be kicked to Cal State. It's teed up at the 45-yard line. I would.
Vance, we might be able to put it in the end zone on this one, Vance.
I could.
Now Carrasco might put this one through the uprights here.
All right, here comes the kickoff. It's a moot point, I'm sure. Daniel Carrasco is going to smack this thing. Oh, he go for the onside. Does it make it? Does it make it? Who's got it? Fumble! Now it's getting chippy. Now it's getting chippy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I told you, Vance.
Yep.
Both sidelines starting to empty now. Boy, who's in there? Who's in the middle of that? That's
no flags. The officials did a great job of letting it kind of diffuse by itself. No flags. So with 4.1 seconds left in the first half, this could be probably the greatest opportunity for coaches at halftime right now to start talking it up, Captain. Here we go. Locker room chat.
Well, Vance, they won't have to say anything on this locker room right now except for execution, because these kids are going to come out sky high and ready to play.
You're right. Well, it ends up, I guess Liberty hung on to it.
Centennial 27, Stockdale 0.
So 10-7. Titans have a field goal lead.
You know, Vance, I wish I could rewind time because that thought had crossed my mind. You know, they might do a squib kick here because of the fact that they're on the 45-yard line and there's really nothing to lose here with 7 seconds left.
Rook. You can't put that stuff on the air like that anymore.
Isn't that great?
You got to just play it off for the next time, Rook.
Isn't that great? He said, I wish I could have said it. I wish I could. Matt, if ifs and buts and cherries are nuts, we would all have a Merry Christmas. Here we go. Let's see if, we'll go off camera here and we can watch and see if there's any extracurricular activities as they run off the field. What a second half coming up. 10-7, Titans lead. Back with the third quarter right after this on Bright House Networks Bakersfield.
Got a job to do? Premier Equipment Rentals is your answer. Residential or industrial, we've got exactly what you need to get the job done. Whether it's a drill, trencher, bobcat, backhoe, or excavator, you can always count on Premier Equipment Rentals. And with our new extended hours, we're available when you need us. Check us out at 3217 Patton Way and 5001 Stein Road, or give us a call to find out more. Don't forget to ask about our weekend specials. Make your next project a breeze with Premier Equipment Rental.
Bakersfield's only sports station that's all sports, all day, every day. Fox Sports Radio 970. With Dan Patrick in the morning and Jim Rome 9 to noon. Home for the world champion Los Angeles Lakers and NASCAR. And now the home for the Bakersfield Condors. No swap shop, no tradio, no cheap coupons. Sports. It's all we do. Fox Sports Radio 970.
We're about to start things off. Let's go down to the grass. What in the world's going on down there in the end zone? Hey, who is that? Is that the birthday boy?
That is the birthday boy, but you can't hear us.
Is that the birthday boy?
Say thank you, Vance. Loud, say thank you, Vance, for the birthday wishes.
There he is.
All right.
Colby
okay,
Adams.
you guys go have fun.
There he is.
Say hello, Bright House.
Well, hello to you, birthday boy. Another glowing example of a child getting all their great looks from their mom. Happy birthday. That is one good-looking kid. Hey, did you have a good birthday, my man? Turn 3? Brian's so emotional he can't speak.
Somebody needs batteries?
Here we go. 1st and 10.
Oh.
Liberty has the football on Vance Palm. I've got Brian Adams down on the field getting a new battery for his microphone. And I've got Matt Alvarez up top with me in the Premier Equipment Rentals. We start in the second half. Liberty with the football. Moyer starts. He's still on his foot. He broke a tackle. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown Liberty. First play from the line of scrimmage. The Liberty Patriots on the first play from the line of scrimmage. Somebody didn't wrap up. Somebody didn't hold him up. And Carson Moyer blows out of there for a 60-yard touchdown run. Gone.
That was unbelievable. What a way to start off the second half, Vance. And we talked about it before the break, that these teams, both of these teams, are so pumped up after what happened at the end of the half, where the two teams got together in the middle of the field. So excited that somebody forgot that they were supposed to come out for special teams.
Oh, my gosh. Here we go. We're just underway. One play from the line of scrimmage to start the second half, a 60-yard touchdown run. Oh, and it bounces off the left field goal. Oh, my gosh. He kicked it so hard it is rattling the field goal post, but it stays a 3-point football game.
That could be big.
Garcia has such a strong leg, doesn't go. Let's take a look at this touchdown run. Carson Moyer takes a handoff, and we're hearing from our truck that we didn't get a grasp of it for a replay, so we won't show it to you. But I can tell you, it was fantastic.
I think who missed the tackle on that play was Triton Douglas. I think he's the one who had Moyer wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and somehow, some way, Carson Moyer was able to stay on his feet. He emerged and he took it all the way, Vance. What a way to start off the second half.
Fans, remember that tonight is the first annual Black and Blue Bowl, and the winner of tonight's game will receive a trophy that they can carry.
So 13
well,
to
well,
10.
well. The inaugural Black and Blue Bowl is what they're calling it. The black jerseys of Frontier, obviously, and the white jerseys or blue jerseys of Liberty. And man, oh man, oh man, right out of the gate, one play from the line of scrimmage, and it's a 60-yard jaunt after Moyer was hit at the line of scrimmage. So we do give you our sincere apologies for not having a replay for you, but it is what it is. Look at that great shot. Halloween right around the corner. Ow! Matt, what are you going to wear? I know you. You will be at a Halloween party. I know you, man.
Where?
You'll be at some kind of Halloween costume party. I know you.
Absolutely.
Not I. I'll be calling a BC football game. Oh, and I thought you might, but that's all right.
Well, Halloween's on the 30th. Halloween's on a Sunday.
Yeah, but everybody's going to be partying Saturday night. You better be with me on the sidelines. Renegades hosting El Camino.
Of course I'll be at the Renegade game. Where else would I be?
Uh-oh. Flag on this play. I had a quick chat with the Kern County Official Association before the game got underway here in the second half, and I said, fellas, I jinxed you. I was talking about what a clean game it was, and just like that, the flags flew. And, we had a quick little brief chat with them about that last PAT attempt where the kicker was knocked down, and not a ferocious big hit, but did make contact, and they, didn't make too much of it. Well, Captain, just like that, one play line of scrimmage, Moyer, 60-yard jaunt.
Well, Vance, one thing we talked about is they've been running the ball well. And Moyer's one of those guys, he just runs so hard, and we've seen him the last couple of years as well, that he's eventually busts through. And he does have enough top end speed against Frontier, as you've seen, if he doesn't get stopped or shoestring tackled, to pull away and take it to the house.
Liberty now will kick off. Garcia pound to the left upright. Didn't get it through, and now this is a long kick. It's going to be returnable. It's taken by Lockwood at the 5-yard line. Lockwood looking to go right at the middle of the football field. Lockwood still on his feet, looking for some room. Lockwood cuts back and brought down at the 49-yard line.
So we'll see. We got some pushing and shoving after the play again, Vance. I know you saw it. Right there, Mason Otten right in the middle of it.
Ben Lee doing most of the shoving and pushing down there. Or
Well, for once the kickoff doesn't go into the end zone, Vance, and Lockwood, you see how dangerous he is on both sides of the ball, and then he adds the third element of returner to his game. And Lee, there you said, there goes the tackle.
Wow.
But they have it in pretty good field position here right at midfield.
You get the sense that this low-scoring affair in the first half is already going to change here in the second half. One play, touchdown, 50-yard line for the first possession of the second half for Frontier. Legarreta comes in. He has one running back behind him. That's Triton Douglas, the Titan Triton. Look out, fumble! He's hit hard by Willie Fiddler. Fumble, Liberty football.
Frankie Hurtado bounces on the winning lottery ticket for Liberty. And just as we said, Frontier may be back in business with that great field position. They cough it up at the worst of times, Vance. Now all the momentum is on Liberty's side. You see Legarreta just runs out of time, and he is smacked hard from behind. Then jumping on the loose ball was Frankie Hurtado, the 6'3", 275-pound defensive lineman. Jumping on a Christmas ham for him.
Wow. Just like that, Liberty has the ball back on the Frontier 42-yard line. Moyer deep behind Renz. He gets a running start at it, a big running start. He's still on his feet. He takes a big hit, goes down at about the 37-yard line. A lot of contact, a lot of hitting right at the whistle. These officials letting them play tonight. I love it. Boy, Moyer had about an 8-yard running start. He was standing so far behind Renz. Renz brings the signal in, 2nd and 5. Man, oh man, this game was intense before the first kickoff, and it's just getting more and more intense. I formation. They go to Moyer. Oh, and he loses his footing and goes down. Probably will lose about a yard, and that'll bring up 3rd and 6. Brian, we have not seen a lot of passes tonight. The ball's not been in the air at all. So
3rd and 5, Liberty.
Do you think either offensive coordinator changes that equation?
Well, you know, Legarreta's threw quite a few passes, but all year long, you look at the stats, Liberty Renz has not thrown the ball much. But when they've had to throw, they've been pretty effective enough just to keep them honest. But what they want to do is what they're doing now is run the ball. And when you can run it like this and keep in 3rd and short, that's the option you want.
Yeah, you're right. Legarreta has put it up. The last games we've been calling, that football has been in the air a lot. Well, just like that, we say it, Renz puts it up, intercepted. 40-yard line. Here comes Frontier. What is it about us tonight? We say something and the opposite happens, or I don't know what's up.
Well, one thing, Vance, is that, Matt, I'll let you take over and talk about it. What did you say in the pregame about his interceptions and touchdown ratio?
Well, his interception to touchdown ratio just went from 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions to 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions. So that might be the main reason why they keep the ball on the ground at Frontier, or Liberty rather.
Wow, golden opportunity slips out of their hands. They had a fumble recovery and great field position, and now they're back on defense again. Cody Temple and company is going to try to shut down Legarreta again. I formation. Legarreta kicks it out to the right side. B.J. Nard. Now Nard gets up to about the 46-yard line. A face mask is going to be called. Everybody on the Frontier sideline saw it. Nard had his helmet ripped off. Goodness.
Well, good call there by the back judge, Josh Huber, throwing the flag in from about his own 40-yard line on the other side of the field, but we'll get the official call from referee Dennis Matthews. So that's going to tack on 15 more yards, and what a run by Nard out there on the outside as he got the ball real quick out in the flats, and then he made a good move, picked up what would have been the first down regardless.
You know, fellas, and he is their real playmaker. From that outside position, from that receiver position. He can change the game. He did it last week against Ridgeview, caught a big touchdown pass, then knocked down the play at the end to defeat the Wolfpack. So he is their go-to guy for the big plays on the outside.
1st and 10.
Hand off to Lockwood.
Lockwood trying to get outside, gets to the 35-yard line. He's brought down, so not a bad run at all. But boy, oh boy, this has just gone back and forth here in this second half.
You know, they're keeping each other guessing, Vance. And that was a good tackle by Mason Otten there on the outside, able to limit Lockwood to 7 yards on the play. Instead, he looked like he would have had a first down and then some.
Legarreta on a keeper.
Legareta.
And he picks up the first down. I like
Tackled
to
by
see
number
that.
5,
I've
Preston
always
Johnson. Good enough for another Titan first down.
You know, we saw just a few minutes ago, Vance, that all the momentum was on Liberty's side. And then Renz throw the interception, the subsequent completion, the face mask call, and now it's a first down for Frontier in Liberty's half.
Keeper again by
Legareta now has it, still has some room.
Down inside the 20. Tackled by number 21,
Oh, and a late
Mason
flag comes in. And there is a lot of emotion out there in this football field tonight. Helmets are flying. We see
That's going to go against Frontier for a late hit, I think a late block. And you see the referee, Dennis Matthews, over there talking to Coach Cornford. You see here on the AV Plus instant replay, Legareta able to break a couple tackles, and he takes a big hit here at the end. And then you'll see the late hit coming in on number 6 of Liberty right there.
Dead ball, personal foul, late hit, offense.
well, it goes both ways. Here comes Frontier making a move, and now they stub themselves in the toe. They've got to march it back 15 yards. I know Coach Cornford and his guys are not happy about that. Trying to capitalize now on this momentum, and it gets pushed right back against them. First and 10.
Action play, dead ball, personal foul, offense. First down was made, it will be first down and 10.
Now it gets moved to, well, it can't be first down and 10. Oh, they picked up the first down, so it's first and 10, but they move it back to about the 33-yard line. One running back behind Legareta. Legareta is going to get hit hard again. He throws it out to the right side. Oh, would have been a fantastic catch. And a flag is going to be called. Will it be offensive interference? It could be on Hashem, or it could be on Nard.
Well, you see here on the AV Plus instant replay, as we slow it down.
It's going to be called on Hashem.
Oh, what did you see, Brian?
I mean, I can't see it. I'm trying to get to the replay screen.
Boy, that tough call there on
That's
Preston
hard
Johnson.
if you're a defensive back, because you turn to find the ball. You're taught that in practice. You know, that's a tough call on defensive player.
Well, it's like we're watching Bjorn Borg and John McEnroe. The ball just keeps going back and forth down the football field like a tennis match. Now they march it forward. Now it's first and 10. Legareta from the shotgun. He's flushed out of the pocket. Temple all over him. Oh, what a great pass and another flag. Don't know what that call is going to be. It was made from the middle of the football field by the official.
Boy, that was a dangerous pass. You got an ineligible man downfield.
Ineligible man downfield, so now it goes back the other way. Oh, goodness. Why did I say it? Why did I say it? I should have never said it.
Offense. 5-yard previous spot, replay the down.
Wish we had
All of a sudden, there's a ton of flags.
Wish we had a piece of wood up here to knock on Vance.
Oh,
That's
boy.
going to go as a, I believe that goes as a loss of down.
Well, they've got it at first and 15. Legareta, quick drop, throws it at the shoelaces of Ben. So what we thought was going to be a free-flowing second half with some long plays and big scores has now turned into a discombobulated, penalty-plagued last 2 or 3 minutes of this back and forth. 8:49 left here in the third quarter, second and 15. Legareta throws deep out to his left side, and it's caught. What a nice play down to the 1-yard line, caught by 10. Touchdown, they gave it to him. Oh, his foot was out of bounds, but they gave him a touchdown. Matt, you and I saw him out of bounds, but he's in.
He's in nonetheless. No instant replay in this game, and the Titans go right back on top. 16-13 pending this extra point here by Hallie Meadows.
Well, here's Thin. He is well out of bounds. That's why I didn't call it touchdown. Well, and here we go. Hallie Meadows. He's been knocked over once. Here comes the PAT. Will they try to bring it again? The snap, the hold, the kick, and it is up and it is through. No! What in the world? Wide left.
I think she might be a little gun shy after that last hit that she took by Otten. She stayed down on the field at the end of the first half, but nonetheless, both teams missed extra points.
Quick story about Hallie Meadows, the field goal kicker that we just witnessed. Her stepmother, maiden name Jenny Saddam. Her step-grandfather, the great Gary Saddam. So, had a chance to talk with Jen and her husband. Said, hey, what are you doing here? What's that Frontier shirt all about? She goes, that's my stepdaughter out there kicking those field goals. I said, the one that was knocked over? She goes, yeah. So I talked to her husband for a couple of minutes.
Okay,
and I said, wow, are you kidding me? Gary Saddam right now probably just loving the fact he's got a step-granddaughter down there kicking field goals. Well, 16 to 13 the score. For those of you in your living rooms, I'm sure you can hear me, but up here, I can't even hear me. Loud, loud football stadium tonight.
You know, like you said, Vance, great crowds on both sides. You know what I like is that Frontier has their own little student section. That's something I haven't seen at a high school football game before. Right below the press box, that little section they have squared off, it's called the TNT zone.
The TNT, we had a quick shot of it there for a second. I think that was our Jim Antonio over there. 8:42 left in this third quarter.
Well, what a game, Vance, so far. We've still got 8.5 left to go in the third.
A weird kick, dropped at the 18, dropped again at the 14. Didn't look good at all. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Well, let's see how Liberty High responds after having the ball deep inside Frontier territory and Cody Renz getting picked off, and then Frontier taking it all the way down and putting it in on a questionable touchdown call nonetheless. But you know what? Kenny Davis was just having a rough night returning kicks.
Struggling a little bit tonight.
But he's a young sophomore. He'll learn.
All right, 1st and 10. Liberty now trying to make something happen here. They trail the host school Frontier by a field goal. Renz goes to Moyer. Oh, and he's mowed down at the line of scrimmage there. That's a nice play.
There was Bryson Lockwood once again making his presence felt on defense. As you see here on the AV Plus instant replay. Handoff up to Moyer and then boom.
Wow.
Good form tackle.
Man, did he
down
get
below
back
the
there
waist.
quick.
Yeah, he did.
They gave him a yard, 2nd and 9. Got a running back on both sides of him. Renz. They're going to stay on the ground. And he's met at the line of scrimmage. That's Junty, and he's trying to make something happen there. He's not going to get anything out of there. Brian, I'm sure they're thinking, hey, I don't see him passing right now, so it's going to be run.
Well, Vance, you know, now you see, like I said, Coach Cornford made an adjustment. You see now they're coming more aggressive on the 1st and 2nd down against that run. They know that they're a one-dimensional team now. The question is, he had the receiver open the last time. If you get back that little rollout and he can make a nice pass, they should be able to pick up a 1st down.
3rd and 7. He's in the shotgun, and they bring everybody at him. He's gonna keep it. He's gonna be thrown down. So 3 and out, just like that. They're gonna have to punt this football.
Well, Vance, you know, one thing, guys, they might be in trouble because I told you about Legarreta. As he gets going, that confidence starts going. He's throwing some balls right now where only the receivers can make plays. And you let this kid come out here, I said, with his potential and leadership and what he's been through last year, he's going to be a dangerous guy in this next drive. I think Liberty's defense has to get the ball back and cannot allow another touchdown.
They're going to have to punt it, 4th and 7.
Timeout, Titans.
So Frontier takes a timeout right now. Coach Lewis calling them all over there, wants to talk to everybody. What do you think Mike Lewis is talking about right here with his squad calling a timeout?
Michael Cook, come to the press
You know, one thing he's probably going to tell them is, one, watch out for any kind of fake. Even though they're deep, you never know. Secondly, the way he's been kicking the ball, you may get a good return out of it. because he's kicking the ball deep enough and long enough. You just want a short one. If you can get that short, long one, you can maybe put some pressure on him on the return game.
Well, you know, with two returners that Frontier has back deep, you might even look for a cross play where one of the returners hands off to the other one going separate directions. There could be devising all kinds of tricks in that huddle over there on the 40-yard line of Frontier sidelines.
That's the voice of Matt Alvarez, Foothill High School Trojan kicker, University of Arizona product. Now he's a news reporter here for Kern Radio 1180. Joins me on the sidelines for BC football games. The meteoric rise of Matt Alvarez. 4th and 7. Man, Weber at the 48-yard line. Who's over there with him? Is that Nixon?
It is Kyle Nixon.
The snap is perfect. It's a high, booming spiral punt, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it's a nice punt. Really good punt. So, the 1st and 10 for Frontier. Let's take this opportunity to thank Premier Equipment Rentals. Matt and I have the best seat in the house every single week. That camera angle that you're seeing that view from is where we're at, Premier Equipment Rentals. Thank you to Lynn and everybody over there at Premier Equipment. We'd like to thank Audio Visual Plus, everything you need for your audio-visual needs, including the podium. Thank you, Audio Visual Plus. And what about our media partners? Are you kidding me? First of all, Crab Radio. We're going to have our Crab Crush tonight. We have a front runner for the Crab Crush Award. And then, of course, KHTY Fox Sports Radio. The Condors start tomorrow night. And Friday Football Extra with Todd Strain, KGET. Uh-oh. Nard runs into trouble. BJ Nard still has some room. Nard still on his feet. Ooh, he's exciting. He ran into 2 or 3 dead ends and made something happen.
Well, that looked like a broken play at first. As you see, he ran into his receiver, Gurman Thin. He turned the wrong way after he caught the ball, but nonetheless was able to make something of that. And he picks up a first down inside Liberty territory once again.
Wow, crazy. I formation, they got a 1st and 10 out of it. They're going to go around. Nard takes it around the corner now. Oh, nice job by Liberty defense. They stayed right there. Nice tackle out there by Kinder, and of course he was helped by Willie Fiddler. Fiddler's all over the place tonight. We talk a lot about Cody Temple, as we should, but Fiddler showed a nice football game.
That's just a big physical defensive line there from Liberty. But nonetheless, Nard was able to pick up 4 yards. It's going to go as a 2nd and 6 now.
Legaretta throws. Oh, had a man open. Ooh. Dine was out there and
yeah, he sure was. He was open down the far side, or down the near sidelines rather, on the far side of the field. And that's going to bring up a big 3rd down here in the 3rd quarter. If Liberty can hold here, they might be able to pick up some of that momentum that they lost after that interception.
5:52 left in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 6. Legaretta on a keeper. Legaretta trying to get what he needs. Gets very close, and no, he does pick it up. Gets the 1st down. So
Play by number 21, Mason Otten.
Coach Lewis, offensive coordinator, really using Legaretta wisely.
Well, you know, Vance, Coach Willis is the offensive coordinator, but one thing that I'm not seeing is the linebacker crew really stepping up for the Liberty Patriots. They have to be there to flush that and stop it.
My apologies, of course. Coach Danny Willis. I always just assume Lewis is running the O. My bad, but Coach Willis running that offense.
Well, at West High he was, and we're used to doing that. We've been doing so many years when he was the offensive coordinator, but Coach Willis is calling the plays offensively now, and they've done a good job so far in the 2nd half.
Danny, don't be mad at me. 2nd and 7. Just over 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Legaretta is going to get pressured out. And who else?
Legaretta's pass falls incomplete.
Take your pick. Take your pick when it comes to Liberty. Jackson Carr that time.
Jackson Carr.
Well, Carr got in with great pressure on the backside, and you know Legaretta was really lucky to be able to get that ball off. He almost, if he would have held on to that just a tad bit longer, it could have gone as a fumble.
You know, and fellas, one thing I noticed when Liberty has brought in some extra guys to apply pressure, they've gotten a hit on the quarterback or a rush throw.
Legaretta on a 3rd and 7, flushed out of the pocket, has to throw it up and out of bounds. So a nice job by the Liberty defense. 5:03 left in this 3rd quarter. It's the middle of October, October 15th, and the coaching staff for Liberty wearing their khaki shorts or their blue shorts, whatever they're wearing. It is a warm mid-October night here in the Valley. Will it ever be cool?
It's supposed to get cooler next week, I read.
Tomorrow night I'll be over at Rigetti High School in Santa Maria. Look at this. Matt, you're loving it. Matt is incredibly stoked. A 50-yard attempt right now. Oh, they bring it in. They bring it in. And they call a timeout.
See, and Coach Cornford is not happy with this guy. You're in a close ball game. You use your second timeout, and you still have 5 minutes in the third quarter. You know, you don't want to get to into this game and burn this other timeout before the crunch. I believe it's going to come down to the wire. Again, give Liberty defense credit. They stood up when they needed to, and they were able to get a stop, and they're either going to force a 50-yard field goal or it's going to be a punt.
So, Brian, what was the object right there? What was the object of that out there right now?
You know, I don't know, but I'll tell you this. Having blocked a couple field goals before, a 50-yard field goal is what I want if I can come off that edge, because that ball has to drive a little bit lower in the beginning to get up, to get there.
Okay,
and you got a guy quick enough off that corner in a high snap, you can get a block.
Uh-oh, here he comes. The rookie actually stood up. What are you going to say?
One thing I've learned in all my years of kicking, you never, ever, ever change the trajectory of the football, no matter how far out you go.
I see him do it on TV.
Yeah, absolutely. But high school kickers, of course, he might do that. You know, this is a guy who we haven't seen kick a field goal yet tonight.
Brian, you got him up off his seat. Here we go. High snap! They're in trouble! He's got to fall on it. Oh, boy, after all of that, they burn a timeout and a high snap. Talk about a frustrated coaching staff right now.
So after that timeout, remember after the first timeout, they had a false start penalty. After the second timeout, they have a high snap and it goes over their head. So, oh boy.
First and 10.
Well, guys, now the situation is, if you're Liberty, you see right there the snap's going to be high, mishandled by the holder, and Liberty's in good position. But can they get enough offense going to put some points on the board? Because right now, Frontier has no respect for the passing game. And the last series, they really sold out to stop the run. Let's see if they do it again on this one.
4:59 left in the third quarter. Moyer right behind Renz. Renz in the shotgun. Has receivers split out there if he decides to use it. Has a big offensive line. Nope, they go with Moyer. Flag on the play.
Flag fly in the backfield. Moyer still on his feet.
Moyer brought down at about the 48-yard line. Big hit out there.
Mitchell Johnson on the stop. Let's check the penalty.
Big hit. But flag right away.
That'll look like maybe a formation penalty, not enough men on the line. And that's what it's going to be. So 6 men on the line for Liberty. And that's going to go as a 5-yard penalty, but going to still have the first down to work with unless they decline it, which I don't think they're going to do.
Illegal formation, offense, 5 yards previous spot, and keep it down.
Well, I spoke so soon about a clean game, and we've had a lot of penalties here in this third quarter. Warm, balmy night here in mid-October. They start the clock again, 4:44 left in the third. They go to Moyer. Moyer looking to get outside. Moyer takes on every defender that comes his way. Don't forget, everybody, the first play of the second half from the line of scrimmage was a 60-yard touchdown run by Moyer when they didn't wrap up.
Centennial 34, Stockdale 3.
You see Moyer here just busting through the right side, a big hole. And watch this tackle by the defender trying to rip the ball out as, of course, an unlisted number for Frontier.
Liberty
22. Not on the roster.
The old 22. I formation, 2nd and 4. Moyer just gets the call again. Wow. Goodness gracious. We need to come up with an award. It's got to be.
It's the Sleep Well Tonight award.
I don't know, man. We've got to come up with some kind of award for a guy that just is the absolute go-to workhorse guy. Goodness.
Well, as you say that, Vance, he comes off the field, gets a little breather, heads over to the water.
The Moyer Bayer Award. Moyer Bayer.
Now you're going to get a change of pace and fresh legs like you saw in the second quarter.
You're right. Here comes Cordova. And they go to Cordova. Cordova tries to bounce it straight up there, but boy, he's hit hard.
Now, who do you think was in the middle of that? Bryson Lockwood once again penetrating this pretty stout Liberty offensive line.
Number 40, Henry Cordova.
3.5 left here in this third quarter. Renz brings the play in himself. Cordova stays in. Tyler Raper, by the way, leading the blocking in there. So the big fella was leading the blocking, but now all by himself is Cordova. Out to the right side, Kenny Davis. They're going to go to Cordova.
Cordova again hit the line of scrimmage.
Ryan, again, like you said, they're just keying off on it. They know what's going to come.
You know,
Mitchell Johnson brings him down after
they know
a
it's
short
coming,
gain.
Vance, but sometimes they haven't made the tackles there and they've been out of position. But when they've been in position and they've wrapped up, they've really have made the Patriots struggle to get yardage on those runs.
Under 3 left in the third. Relatively smooth football game here overall. Third and 10. Renz is going to go to the air, goes to his left, throws across, and it is almost
Ren's
caught.
pass falls incomplete.
Would have been a great
And
catch,
intended for
but
number
it's
28, Corbin
incomplete.
County.
And the
It'll be
intended
4th and
receiver
8 for
was
Liberty.
It didn't happen, so now
Now it's decision time.
interesting field position here. And it looks like they're going to punt it.
Well, don't be surprised to see a fake here. As you see, one of the coaches on the 50-yard line for Liberty had a little bit of a chat with Angel Martiscal right before he went out there.
Well, they should be chatting to those receivers because, you know, in that situation, you had 3 receivers within about a 10-yard, you know, a 7, 8-yard range of each other, and he really didn't have many options to throw it. They have to have better spacing on that.
Well, obviously Frontier thinking fake. Nobody's back for the reception or the return. This could be a beauty depending on where it is. Brian Adams with the one-hand catch. Oh, my goodness. Brian Adams with the one hand. Hey, Brian, I thought you said these guys shouldn't be using one hand. I thought you said they should be stretching out for both hands.
I don't have to play, Vance.
Look
but,
at this.
hey, like Big Shaq used to do, that was with the left hand, fella. Left hand.
Kern County.
Top 10 plays.
If and when you ever want to, look at serious look. Look at that, oh, look at the snarl. Look at the snarl. Is that beautiful or what? Oh, Godfather, you got to pull that back pretty soon. Zacharias.
Hey,
Flores.
Zach, and I haven't caught a punt in like about 15 years.
Gives to Shante Weber off the left side.
Weber brought down after about a 5-yard gain. We got to see that again. Look at this snarl.
Pass on the play by number 31.
Right, here's the punt. Here's the punt. And our own captain, Brian Adams, the driller in UCLA Bruin great, stretches out the one-hand snag. That is some good stuff. Microphone in his hand, but look at this snarl. Look at this snarl right here. This is a Shaq snarl. Ready? Look at that. Look at this.
Give it again to Weber up the middle.
That was beautiful.
Perfect form catch there by Adams. You saw he looked it in the whole way out on the sidelines.
That was nice. Now looking over this kid, looking over Kobe, saying, Kobe,
Adams
you see
again
that?
with the tackle. Correct. Number 71, Willie Fidler with the tackle.
That is good stuff. A buck and a half left in this third quarter. We're having fun. Man, oh man, 3rd and 1. Big play for Legarreta and his offense. Oh, they've got movement. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Jake Williams on the offensive line there looked like he flinched, and everyone caught it, especially everyone on the defensive line. Cody Temple had the quickest hand out there pointing at him.
Yeah, amongst other things, Cody Temple, the quick draw, saying it was that guy. He was moving because I was going to jump on his head. Big Cody Temple. Goodness gracious. Little big Cody Temple. There he is, right in the middle of your screen right there. 3rd and 6. Legarreta in trouble again. Goes to his right. Throws across the body. And is it caught? It is caught. That's a first down. Whoa!
Well, Legarreta picked up a great block from Deshante Weber on one of the blitzing linemen. As you see here, Legarreta, there you go. There's the block right there on number 34.
Whoa, what a
Jake
pass.
Nieto. And yeah, that was a great pass. And whoa.
Great
A
catch.
little bit of Butterfingers, but yep, he came down with it. Kyle Nixon, first down for Frontier.
That was a big, big play for the Titans. 3rd and 6, deep in their own territory. Legarreta fires a bullet. Nixon catches it. Very impressive. And now we have whistles blowing. Haven't seen a flag yet. Oh, a timeout called. Oof, oof, oof.
Timeout Liberty.
And head coach Tony Mills has a smile on his face. He looks over at the official. His assistant coach called the timeout, and that was at the razor sharp timing. Well, we have a short break. Some football games that are taking place around the city tonight.
We'd like to give a special tight welcome to Principals Mark and Libby White in attendance. Mark and Libby White.
Centennial taking care of business.
Thank you for coming to Frontier High School.
Very close, tight game going on right now between Garces and Golden Valley. Independence being worked over by the Bakersfield Drillers. And Miramontes at Ridgeview. Bakersfield Christian at 4-1 Wasco. And they've got super running back out there making a lot of noise. Here we go, 1st and 10, late in the third. Legaretta puts it up and has a man, what a catch! Nixon. Starting to show everybody here on television he has some sure hands.
Well, they're finally getting the ball in the air, Vance. And when they do, they go to Kyle Nixon or B.J. Nard, and that was Nixon this time. They're running the hurry-up offense here. But you see on the AV Plus instant replay, Nixon just able to out-muscle the receiver or the cornerback, come down with a big catch inside Liberty territory.
Hand off to Shante Weber.
Weber will take it to about the 38-yard line.
Down to the 38 and brought down by
nice
number 11,
football
Jackson
game we have
Carr.
going on here, 16-13. The
That'll bring
homeschool
up a
Frontier
second
leads
punt.
by 3. Liberty's answered when they've had to, but right now, it's Frontier moving down the football field. Maybe the last play in the third quarter, you never know. They might put it in the air, and they do, and it's batted down. Mason Otten, who has had a few different roles in this football game tonight.
Boy, look at that airtime. Great shot by our cameraman Carlos Anguiano. And Mason Otten, no, he says. And, you know, the reason why that ball wasn't a live ball was because it was going forward, and Mason Otten batted it backwards, so it wasn't a backward pass.
Special hello to the Otten family. Also, Mr. Sabalka. Legaretta throws it out, and it's picked off. Just like that, Mason Otten.
Oh, what a big play, and he is pumped up on the sidelines. Wow, what a huge play by Mason Otten, stopping this Frontier drive. And we've got a hurt player down here for Frontier right on the 50-yard line. The Liberty training staff coming to assist him as they're closer to them. But you see Mason Otten, the result on the AV Plus instant replay, and it's number 15. That's who it is on the ground over there. It's Mitch Johnson.
Oh, boy. Otten looking at that end zone. He thought he had it. He was taken off, but a great play by Johnson, who is down right now. Johnson pulled Otten down by the back of his jersey. I think everybody thought that Mason was gone to the end zone. So just as we're mentioning his name, gave a quick little hello to his family. Boom, he jumps in there and picks one off. And Johnson down.
You know, looks like that's going to be a leg cramp. Looks like they're working on his calf, his left calf. I think that's what it was Mitch Johnson just cramping up down there on the 50-yard line. And boy, those hurt.
Well, Brian, it's just been a game where you think that one team is really starting to get a groove, or it's really going to start to stamp their name on it, and it's either a couple of big penalties or a big turnover. And this is still anybody's ball game.
Well, Vance, let's give Otten some credit. He had 2 back-to-back plays. He tipped the one ball on the quick throw, trying to get the quick hit to the receiver, and then he did a great job of reading Legaretto's eyes. He was right there in the way. Legaretto tried to throw the ball to the outside. He jumped on it, turned the tide for his team, only down 16-13. Great field position. But once again, can Liberty get enough good runs to get into the scoring position where they can kick a field goal, tie it up, or score a touchdown? Because one thing they have not been able to do since that first touchdown pass and one other passing play is get the ball to a receiver and able to make a first down or a big play.
You're right, Brian. Well, Johnson's up and he's hobbling. Looks, he's walking on his heels, which is indicative of some time of cramp, just like you said.
End of the third quarter. Centennial 41, Stockdale 3.
Well, hearing on the PA system, Centennial 41-3 over Stockdale. So,
And I think Centennial's hearing that over our scoring or over our announcing system too as well. You can hear that for miles.
This just in. Centennial Football Club is for real this year.
There's no question. Number 1 team ranked in the Valley. Brian, I work with a lot of companies, vendors in the Fresno area, back and forth. My job is right on the county line, North County, around a lot of Fresno people, Fresno athletes, Fresno sports enthusiasts, and they all want to know about Centennial. Are they for real? And I keep saying absolutely. Last play of the third quarter, we think. Renz drops back, throws one. What a nice pass, and it's caught. And it's the same player that had a touchdown earlier, and he's still on his feet. They can't bring him down. A long first down to end the third quarter. When we come back, a bruising, battling, very good football game in the fourth quarter. 16-13, Frontier up, but a great game to return.
Bakersfield's only sports station that's all sports, all day, every day. Fox Sports Radio 970. With Dan Patrick in the morning and Jim Rome 9 to noon. Home for the world champion Los Angeles Lakers and NASCAR. And now the home for the Bakersfield Condors. No swap shop, no Tradio, no cheap coupons. Sports. It's all we do. Fox Sports Radio 970.
One network, one title, all the joy and tragedy to follow. TBS is the exclusive home of the 2010 American League Championship Series. The best and brightest of the American League put it all on the line. Many will believe only one can go on. The stage doesn't get any grander than baseball in October. Exclusive coverage of the American League Championship Series begins October 15th, only on TBS.
Welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter action starts. We're just underway on a 1st and 10. They go to Moyer. Moyer gets up Gimpy. He's limping.
And Vance, right at the end of the third quarter, Moyer was spending a lot of his time right below us at the training table on the 35-yard line of the other half of the field. He was getting looked like he was getting some dirt or some mud scraped off of his cleats, but it's never a good sign when you're sitting on the training table. And there you see Moyer at the 20-yard line now, kind of going back and forth.
Now it's I formation, but they go back to their other workhorse. He goes right up the middle. Touchdown, Liberty. Are you kidding me? Just like that. Boom, Cordova.
Well, Cordova showing that he can get the job done as well, and he is amped up on this Liberty sideline right below us.
I guess so.
And Liberty goes right back out in front. The second play from scrimmage here in the fourth quarter. Cordova, man, you could have driven a truck through that hole. And now we've got some personnel problems once again, man. Both teams having some personnel problems when it comes to special teams. Nonetheless, Garcia lined up to kick the extra point to give Liberty a 4-point lead, which could be crucial. And he got it.
20 to 16. So now it's a 4-point lead. And now they throw a punch.
Back and forth and back and forth. Like you said, John McEnroe and who was the other person you alluded to?
Bjorn Borg.
Bjorn Borg.
Yes. Well, by the way, everybody, one of our new promotional elements to our football game is the Crab Crush from Crab Radio. And we had one early in the football game. We'll see. It's one of the contenders. We've got a couple of big hits, actually. Now, Moyer's down there talking to Coach Corey Actis, right down by Brian. And there's a look at Moyer. Look at that big fella on the left there, the big Corey Actis, played for Ole Miss. Hey, Brian Adams, we had a chance to talk to Corey. He has a lot of pride in that SEC, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, he does. You know, he speaks just like an SEC guy. And, you know, it's like anything else I tell people. Sometimes leagues are good, sometimes they're down.
Right, right. Well, on that note, last week your Bruins went up north to the Bay Area. Berkeley, I got to hand it to Berkeley. Berkeley played very, very well. They played a nice football game.
Well, you know, Vance, we talked about that last week, and I said you just never know which team's going to show up. And for the Bruins, unfortunately, the team that doesn't like to play football showed up again.
Yeah.
And they got whacked.
How about those Trojans? Second game in a row. Oh, my gosh.
Losing on a last-second field goal.
Yep. Well, the defense just lets them march down the football field. What about your Wildcats?
Yeah, well, I thought they weren't taking that number 9 person lightly. Remember that, Vance?
Yep.
Yep, so do I.
They got beat by a Cats.
Garcia kicks it deep, deep, deep. South end of the football field, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. Let's revisit this Pac-10 discussion here. Your Bruins go down, your Cats go down. Is it all Oregon now? Is that it? I mean, well, Stanford,
I think Stanford, you got to accept, is just a good football team as well. And Oregon is the class of that conference. When you watch them play, they're clearly looking like SC 4 or 5 years ago athletically, where they just have more athletes than you do with that speed and quickness. You know, for one thing, for SC fans, they have to be leery because, you know, this is the second year in a row. It does not seem like their program is going up. There's more coming back down to the other teams in the conference.
Oh, boy. Well, Frontier.
Creighton Douglas up the middle.
Douglas takes the football. 9-yard run, a big bruising 9-yard run. Big fella. Wow, goodness.
You know, I have to agree with Brian when it comes to that Oregon is the class of the conference right now. You know, Arizona, they lost to their secondary didn't show up last week against Oregon State. But you know what? Any week, like any given Sunday, Vance, you know, like any given Saturday, the old football adage, you know, Oregon has a couple tough games. They have to go on the road to USC. They have to go to Arizona State. Arizona State has a better team than they did last year. I mean, there's still a long way to go in the Pac-10 season.
What a great weekend for sports. Baseball divisional series. Oh, that would have been a fantastic kick. And they throw the flag. Both officials call the flag. And the coaching staff from Liberty absolutely can't believe it. Absolutely can't believe it. I don't think they thought there was a lot of contact. We're going to see right here on our Audio-Visual Plus instant replay. And, well, I'll tell you this. It's possible that Kinder had his left arm up in there, and the receiver couldn't get his arms up. There's head coach Tony Mills for the Patriots. Didn't agree with it. 10:42 left in this fourth quarter. The Titans trail by 4. And now all of a sudden the ball's at midfield. He put it right back in the air, Captain? Right back in the air?
Well, I think they're going to try to do something to get a big play right here.
Well, they stay on the ground, but of course, hard to run against Willie Fiddler and everybody else.
Talking, you know, we've had dueling banjos. We just had dueling cameras just now.
Well, Tony Ombras tomorrow night starts directing for the Bakersfield Condors. So tomorrow night, the Condors start. Tony Ombras will give up his cameraman duties and become the director. Carlos Anguiano. Pressure in the backfield. Oh, my gosh. Legarreta takes a big hit by, well, he got hit hard by Raper, and he got smashed in there by Mason Otten. So he had a lot of guys in his face. Incomplete pass. That brings up 3rd and 9.
Well, big 3rd and 9 here for Frontiers. You see the AV Plus instant replay. That's about 3 times in this game we've seen a receiver drop a ball that he should have caught. And here you have Deshante Weber on the right side. Cuts it back across the grain, but he's not going to pick up the first down as he's up to the 42-yard line. That's going to be about 2 yards short with exactly 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
Well, looks like we have Bill Winchester hobbling out there. So Winchester looking for some relief.
Well, there's a lot of scrambling going on in the Liberty half, and they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, it's a very, very pivotal play here on a 4th and 2. Winchester's hobbling, and they were trying to get different players in there. Here comes Wilmert now. And Brian, Matt, 9:45 left of this football game. Both teams down to 1 timeout. Captain?
Well, Vance, you know, like I said, we're in a close game. You would like to have 2 timeouts, but 4th and 2 situation right here, you think you can get a stop? you have to call a timeout right here and make sure your defense is on the same page. Because you can get the stop and then attack again and score again, you're going to put the Frontier Titans in big hole and big jeopardy.
Mr. Alvarez?
Yeah, I agree. This is a huge play for Frontier right now because if Liberty makes the stop, they'll have it in pretty good field position. And in the second half, they've shown that they've been able to move the ball in this Frontier defense, something that they didn't show earlier in the game. So this is a big stop right here for Liberty, and it's a huge play for Frontier being down 4 points.
Frontier 4th and 2.
Oh, boy. Temple, right defensive guard, right tackle.
Big running back in the backfield for Frontier.
They go hard count. No, it's Frontier that jumps.
And that will not make Coach Cornford happy there on the sidelines of Frontier. Jake Williams, it looked like, who jumped at the left guard position. Oh, boy. So now you don't have a choice. You have to punt the ball. So it goes from a 4th and 2, 4th and 7.
I'll tell you
there
this,
you go.
guys. Frontier has failed attention to detail after timeout.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Brian. And it's so unlike a Rich Cornford coach team to not have their X's and O's and their mental preparation put together. Just not like them. But be that as it may, it's 4th and 7. And will it be a fake punt? Well, they didn't have time to talk about it, but they might have planned it. We'll see. Nope, they're going to put it up. Long boot. And uh-oh, could be trouble. Nope, goes into the end zone, so didn't take a football bounce. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. You're watching the high school football game of the week brought to you exclusively by Bright House Networks Bakersfield. We have great sponsors, Premier Equipment Rentals. We have Audio Vision Plus Replay. And we have our media sponsors, Crab Radio, Fox Sports Radio, and Friday Football Extra KGET. Don't forget, tonight's game you're watching is the encore presentation on Channel 21. And it'll go on demand, Channel 300, forever. Our director for tonight's football game is the Godfather, Zacharias Flores, soon to be father. Speaking of father, Brian Adams going down to hear from one of his younglings down there. 1st and 10. They go to Moyer. Moyer busts to the line of scrimmage. Moyer cuts back up against the football field. Moyer hard to bring down, and he's slammed down, and it's going to be a horse collar penalty. 15 more yards. Oh, boy. Carson Moyer burst through, and now a super late flag.
So we saw Moyer on the sidelines, a little gimpy, but he shows no gimp in his step right there as you see Mitch Johnson, who was also injured before that. Oh, you know what? I could see why that's such a dangerous play because one of the legs could get caught behind. Man.
Personal foul, horse collar, 15 yards into the run.
What
First down.
a play.
But
First of all, it's a 30-yard run and then 15 yards tacked onto it. Goodness gracious.
Well, I wonder what that late flag was for. Maybe that ref just wanted to get his input. Saying, hey, I saw that as well, guys.
Honestly, I think he was kind of throwing it for his sideline downs marker guy, just saying, yep, for sure, let's go. 1st and 10, 9:22 left in the 4th quarter. What a football game. Renz has Moyer in motion. He's going to use him as a blocker. Renz trying to get outside. Wow, what a nice job. And now Liberty wants the flag, but that was not a horse collar. Good no call by the official. They all wanted it.
Oh, boy, that looked like it could have gone either way, but nonetheless.
Got him right here.
Nonetheless, that was Bryson Lockwood once again on the defensive end. Look, you see Bryson Lockwood tripping him up right there. And, ooh, Mitch Johnson again. You know, if you're Mitch Johnson, you'd want to stay away. If you see the numbers on the back of the jersey, go for the legs or something because you just got called on that and you wouldn't want to push the officials to make a second call in 2 plays.
2nd and 12. What a football game. Renz hands it to Cordova. Boy, he's met hard and quick at the line of scrimmage and thrown maybe back for a yard. We'll see. No, they actually give him about a foot. So it'll bring up 3rd and 11.
Short gain on the play, tackled by
8:15 left here in this 4th quarter.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Beautiful night here in Bakersfield. We're way out on the northwest side at Frontier High School, and I mean way out. Third and 11. Renz Has Cordova to his right, and we have a whistle.
Be an official's timeout here. It's like Bryson Lockwood having some trouble with some of his equipment.
Wow. He's got some clout. All right, here we go again. Renz has Cordova to his right. In the shotgun. Here comes Frontier. They come at him. Picks up a nice block. Renz lobs it out there into no man's land, and it goes out of bounds. Safe pass, not near anybody. Fourth and about 11, 10 and a half, and they're going to have to punt the football, so Frontier holds. There's been some big defensive stands tonight when each team has needed them.
Well, they have plenty of trust in their punter. Liberty does right now, in Angel Mariscal, who, as you've seen over the past 2 punts, he's put 2 deep inside Frontier territory. One that landed right below us at the 13-yard line. Let's see what he does with this one.
Perfect snap. Mariscal goes up and kicks it toward the corner. That could really turn out to be nice, and it is going to be nice. Wow. A lot of effort out there, and a great play by who else? Henry Cordova. He's had a whale of a football game.
And what I like about that play, Vance, is that Cordova didn't try to jump on the ball and down it. He smacked it out of bounds so that he knew that the ball was going to be downed right there, because sometimes you jump on it and down it, might score it away from you, go into the end zone for a touchback. He smacked that ball right out of bounds, and now Frontier has a long, long way to go to put points on the board.
Well, that's a big, big play right there for Liberty. Big play.
Very underrated play.
Not quite sure where we'll be next week. We make these big executive decisions early in the week. And this one we had charted for quite some time, actually. I can tell you this, I know where we're going to be 2 weeks from tonight.
I can tell you that too, because that's where I'm going to be at.
Is that game at BHS?
I believe it's at Centennial.
It's at Centennial.
Okay, Bakersfield High School at Centennial.
Dante Weber up the middle, got some room.
Weber battles for a good 8 yards.
Oh,
wow, that was all D. Weber.
A good hard run there by the 5'8", 180-pound senior. Shante Weber came into this game with 53 carries and 458 yards, a team-leading total with 3 touchdowns.
On a 2nd and 2, they go to the air. He has this man. Oh, my goodness. What a pass by Legaretta. And just knocked out of the hands of the intended receiver out there. Who was out there on that route?
Like Gurman Thind again. Thind, the 6'3", 185-pound senior, lining up on the left side. And they've done that a lot tonight, Vance. They've gone to the deep ball, the outside. And Thind had his hands on that one, but like you said, it was knocked away at the last minute.
3rd and 2, 7 minutes left in the football game. They're going to go to the ground. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The big boy's up in the middle for Liberty. Stuff it. Oh, boy. Man, oh, man.
I saw Willie Fiddler down there.
Of course.
You would have had to believe that Cody Temple was in that mess.
He's on the field, isn't he?
Absolutely.
If he's on the grass, he's in there. Wow, that's a big, big stop. They had a 2nd and 2. Stopped it on that. 3rd and 2, stopped it on that. So it's 6.5 left here. Liberty's going to get another shot at it. And
another timeout.
Uh-oh. Last timeout used by the Liberty Patriots was 6:28.
See, I don't know on that one if I call it. You know, just because you got so far to go, I just might let them punt it and do what I can do. Because now you out of timeouts, and if
do they not have enough guys on? But if they had too many men on the field, they have to call a timeout.
If they did have that, I don't know why they call a timeout. But if they do have too many on the field, then you got to call it.
Well, the coaches were doing the old count, and I think if there's 10 guys, you're right, they let it go because of the field position. But with 12 guys,
12 guys. If they have 12 guys on the field at this point, that's a first down for Frontier.
You got to call it.
Yeah.
But you're right, Brian. If it's 10 guys, let them punt.
Well, coming out of timeouts, we've seen Frontier falter all night. So we'll see if they can change that around here. As you see Moyer.
Well, I was going to say, as you see now what Coach Mills and his staff have done, they're going with the senior to return the kick now. They pulled the sophomore off the field.
Wow, what an observation. It's going to be Mason Otten, who's had a very, very good football game. He will be standing at his 45 or right around there when this ball is punted. Perfect snap. Long punt. Otten's going to have a chance if he grabs it. No, he lets it go. He picks it up. This time he has a look at it. Otten cuts upfield. Otten has a nice chance to get up some yardage, and he gets brought down at the 40-yard line. A couple of big hits out there, and now we have a late flag.
And that's going to go against number 11, Jackson Carr, as he delivered a late hit there. But you know what? That hit didn't look too late, but as you see here on the AV Plus Instant Replay, we might be able to pick it up at the very end. You see Otten makes a nice move to cut in between, then cuts to the outside. He has a little bit of a wall set up, but it was a great tackle. And maybe you'll see at the end right here. Nope, because the Liberty coaching staff is
yeah, we did right there at the end. Yeah, right in the back he got him as well. So Nobles gets knocked down by Jackson Carr at the very end of it. So some unfortunate penalties being called on both teams here at crucial points in this football game, and I'm not trying to be overly dramatic, but you know, you're looking at an opportunity here to have the ball on the 40-yard line with 6:14 left. You could really start padding it, chew up some clock, chew up some time here, and move the football down the field. But now they get pushed back to their 20-yard line, and a little bit different story.
Well, Vance, I will say one thing. We've seen some flags so far this season. Seems like all come in the second half. I do not think we've seen this many personal fouls. And that's just kids just losing composure.
Wow.
And you have to be able to play under composure if you want to be in the big game and win this league.
Captain Brian Adams.
Handoff up the middle.
First handoff is a fake. Jounty takes it and gets up to about the 26-yard line. So nice first play in this drive.
Blake Bernard up to stop for the Titans.
It'll be 2nd and about 7 right along there. That ball is exactly in line with where I'm standing. I'm standing on a Premier Equipment Rental scissor lift at the 26-yard line. That's where my feet are, so I'm right on top of this one. 5:40 left in this fourth quarter. 2nd and 7. The visitors, Liberty Patriots, clinging to a 4-point lead. Cordova, ooh, and he is hammered. He is popped big time by Mitch Johnson. We haven't called his name much tonight, have we?
No, right. Johnson's been doing a lot of big hits tonight. And you'll see here on the AV Plus Instant Replay, there was a pretty big hole up the middle. You know what, I take that back. It wasn't. Cordova just lowered his head, but Mitch Johnson went even lower. Put a good thud on him.
That could be a contender for the Crab Crush.
And here you go with a 3rd down and 4. And, you know, we've said it a lot tonight, Vance, but I think this 3rd down really is the biggest of the game.
Another big 3rd down. Well, this game has been so hotly contested, so evenly matched. Every one is a big 3rd down. Under 5 minutes to go. Play action. Renz go to the right side, and it's complete and caught out there by Preston Johnson. That looked really, really good, Brian.
It really was, and that's the play that's been open for him all night. And that time, great throw by Renz. But Preston Johnson did also a good job of not going out of bounds. Picked up the 1st down, stayed in bounds. The clock's going to run. And watch what Coach Mills and Renz are doing. They're going to run this clock down, and they're going to take the full time as close as possible. You see Coach Mills has his hands up. He's going to tell them when to go. And now they're going to do clock management and really make this a short ball game, especially for the Titans with that clock rolling.
4.5 exactly. Split way out to the left side is Kenny Davis. I'll bet the ranch they're not throwing to Kenny Davis on this play. Moyer takes it, gets to the outside. Nice job by that Frontier defense. They wrap him up right at the 40-yard line, so not much happening there.
You see Preston Johnson, who just had that 1st down catch, limping off the field for Liberty. No gain, going to be 2nd and 10 once again, but the clock is ticking. Now we go under 4 minutes.
What a nice game. Really fun game to call. 2nd and 10. Brian said they're going to take this play clock down as far as they can.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you guys earlier. Coach Mills is on his clock, and he's telling them when to go, and it's just a great job of clock management.
Renz has Moyer with him. They fake to Moyer. They go out to the right side. They're tossing the football. Oh, a big hit, but not until he gets the 1st down. What a nice pass. So all of a sudden now, they're going to the air with 3:20 left in the football game.
But that pass right there is just like a toss sweep for you because it's a low-risk pass. But if we get a camera to catch Coach Mills, and you'll just watch him, his hand will be up, and he'll be watching this watch the whole time. You see right now, he's right by the official. He's about the 50-yard line, I believe.
Taking their sweet time, Vance. They've already burned almost a minute off the clock since the last play.
I formation. They're going to go to their main guy, Moyer. Moyer breaks out at the 40.
Game time.
Moyer at the 20. Will he get in? He does. Touchdown, Liberty. Woo! What a big, big play. Carson Moyer, 6 foot, 185-pound senior, for a lot of this football game, has put the Patriots on his offensive shoulders. Wow.
Well, add another 52 yards to Carson Moyer's total for tonight. And with a 10-point lead and the extra point pending, that may have just been the nail in the coffin. UC Moyer, absolutely. Just what a run by Moyer. What an athlete.
He's gimpy tonight, too. He's been banged up. Low snap. Oh, goodness, in trouble. What's going to happen? Hey, this is an important play here because now it remains a 10-point football game.
Liberty 26,
So
16.
now, I mean, an 11-point changes everything, but now it's a 10-pointer. See Corey Actis, offensive and defensive line coach down here, pacing, not thrilled with that.
Well,
Brian.
Vance, you're exactly right. They kicked that extra point. You can almost say game time. Now they can score, onside kick a field goal, and they tie it up, and you have overtime.
You should have expected it in a game like this. All these storylines that have started to unfold as this football game has unfolded. And now all of a sudden you have this interesting twist to it with 2:58 left. It's a touchdown and field goal game when it was one PAT away from being a touchdown game. Man, oh man.
What a performance by Carson Moyer tonight. Came into this game with 8 touchdowns, Vance. Eight touchdowns in 5 games.
There's a good shot at him. Our cameraman, Tony Ombris, is right on top of it right there. There's Carson Moyer, and he's getting congratulated by all of his teammates and assistant coaches. And that's a young man right there that epitomizes tough. Wow. Thank you, Tony. 2:58. And now Garcia's going to probably need to put this thing down as far as he can. A little bit of a east to west breeze, north to south breeze. Not a lot, but it might be able to help him. So here we go. 2:58 left in this extremely well-played football game. 26-16. Liberty leads by 10. But the aforementioned missed PAT. And it's going to be a high one, but Weber's going to get a shot at it at the 10. Looking for some blocking.
15-yard line.
Weber still on it. Weber! Still on his foot. Oh.
Right down just short of midfield.
Weber's helmet gets popped off.
And the Titans take over down 10 with 2:50 remaining.
Yeah, he's not too happy
man.
about that. Is there? He
Late
gonna get a late flag.
Now
That's
we're
going to be
getting
on
flagged.
Weber.
Late flag by.
And we've got another kid over here on Liberty's end.
Well, Nathan Walker's being escorted off the football field. So here you see Weber's helmet getting ripped off out there by Brandon Francis. So now the coaching staff for Frontier having a quick word with the officials saying, hey, my guy's helmet got ripped off.
Well, that's not a smart play. You know, Brian talked about composure and how these kids needed to have composure and how a majority of these penalties have been personal foul. And that is the worst time for a personal foul penalty because you're mad because someone ripped your helmet off. It happens. It didn't get called. So what? Pick your helmet up, go to the sidelines, and get ready for the first down. As that one was on Deshante Weber, Brian.
Well, one thing I'm going to tell you guys, and Vance, you know, getting to play with you and Ray Burris at the park and sometimes and playing pickup, one thing Ray Burris taught me is when you find a guy that loses composure, you needle him. And if I'm watching film, I'm on these other programs, and I know that I can get to him like that, I'm going to do some things to get them out of their composure.
You're gonna go at that guy. You're gonna go to that guy, whether it's football or basketball. You're gonna go at that guy who seems to be hot-headed or seems to be vulnerable to emotions. And You know, one thing I learned, since you're going to stay in that basketball theme, one thing I learned from Pat Douglas, my head coach at Cal State at Bakersfield, was, hey, fellas, the easiest way to give away your emotions, you know, in any kind of sport is to get hot-headed. I mean, you know, just keep it low, and these guys are going to see that. So now, oh, well, the referee went the wrong way.
We had a great shot by Carlos Anguiano a few minutes ago of Lee Cordova on the ground, you know, getting his calf and his hamstring massage. You know, that's something that has happened a lot of times. There you see Cordova on the ground working with the trainers. You've seen a lot of Liberty players cramping up. Carson Moyer went down earlier with a cramp. Cordova went down with a cramp. And then on the sideline right now, we had Ross Huff, one of the captains, a wide receiver. He went down with a cramp.
So with 2:50 left in the fourth quarter, Liberty has 26 points. Frontier has 16 points. So a very, very serious 2 minutes and 50 seconds left during this football game. What are you looking at, Matt?
Well, I'm wondering why the ball hasn't been, you see the referee right in the middle of Frontier's huddle talking to him. You remember in the Garcia-San Joaquin Memorial game, the referee pulled both teams together.
You're exactly right, Matt. They were getting a little chippy in that, I think it was that second quarter, and they nipped it right in the bud. And that was Nick Ellis, you know, one of our good friends, Vance, and he did a great job in doing that, and he's official tonight. I think for the level of this game and what the game means, they've done a great job.
Well, probably sending out the message, fellas, this game is far from over. You know, this thing's not done. Legarreta drops straight back, fires one across the middle, overthrows his intended receiver. It was 11 on 11. I guess everybody's saying duh, Vance, it's football, but I mean number 11, guarding number 11, covering number 11.
Yeah, well, Carr had great coverage on Lockwood. Carr, Liberty's version of the number 11, was running down the field adjacent to Bryson Lockwood, so that was a good defensive coverage here as we have trips on the right side. Legarreta takes the snap,
and
he falls down.
Legarreta loses his footing, and that was a tough, tough break right there.
And just as I mentioned that Carson Moyer was on the training table getting his cleats scraped, getting the mud scraped off his cleats, that seems to have been a problem for Legarreta on that last play.
Cordova getting worked by the trainer. Looks like he has a right hammy that's bothering him. 3rd and 15. Frontier absolutely has to score. Screen pass out to the left. What a huge block. And a big, big tackle out there. A huge tackle by Bill Winchester. Winchester saved a first down. That would have kept the chains moving.
Well, Jake Williams threw a huge block on the outside.
Here we go, no huddle offense. 4th and 4. They're going to have to do it now. Liberty has no timeouts, so they can't stop it to get ready. Frontier only has one. This is the football game for Frontier. They go across the middle, and it's caught. What a nice pass. B.J. Nard, haven't called his number in quite some time, but.
And fellas, you know, it's just a great slant right there. Great throw by Legarreta. But what I liked what the Frontier Titans did is they didn't panic. 2 downs, they took a nice safe play, got a huge 3rd down play, made it to where it's manageable on 4th down. Here they got a fresh set of downs.
Still life. Legarreta goes up in a incomplete pass.
Well, Frontier's looking for a flag, but the intended receiver, Vance, he slowed down on the play. He didn't maintain full stride, and that's why that ball was thrown out in front of him. Still can't see his number from this angle, but he slowed down there on the far side, and he had a step, and that looks like number 5, Gurman Thind.
,Now Mason Otten on the far right will play defense. Another screen pass. They're going to go for it again. Fumble! Liberty recovers.
And guess who was in there to strip the ball, Vance? It was Mason Otten, number 21, breaking through the blockers in front, rather, and stripping the ball free. And that is going to be that. You see here on the AV Plus instant replay, they get the defense flowing to one side, and they throw it back to there. Otten breaking through. Boom, right there, gets the left hand on the ball.
Wow, what a game by Mason Otten. What a football game by the senior. Big plays, big moments, and he's stoked. I formation for Liberty now. And they go to Carson Moyer, and he gets thrown down. Let's take a look at our Crab Crush of the night. The Crab Crush of the night.
The Crab Crush of the Week. Brought to you by 1061 Crab Radio.
All right, now this was a unanimous choice for the Crab Crush of the game. Watch this one, Matt.
You see Cody Renz. Boom!
Boom!
Right there. Renz lifted up in the air, and I believe that's Mitch Johnson.
Yeah.
And that is, it's Mitch Johnson, the hit on Cody Renz early in the first half. That is this week's Crab Crush.
So do you think if we went up to Mitch Johnson after the game and said, hey, you won the Crab Crush, he would look at us and go, huh? What?
Probably.
Great hit, Mitch. Crab Crush of the night. But right now, Mitch and his Titans far more concerned about what's happening on that scoreboard. 26-16, 121. They've just burnt their last time out. So, Captain, it's all about taking care of that football right now.
Well, Vance, the one thing now, if you're Liberty, just hold the ball. Like you said, cover it up, protect it, and don't get caught into the pushing and shoving after the play. Just walk back to the huddle. Matter of fact, take your time if you're on the ground. Get up real slow if you're the running back.
Excellent point. 2nd and 10. Moyer not even in there. They go to Cordova.
And he fumbled the ball.
Fumble!
Just as you said, Brian. Just as you said.
You know, and he's had a great game. Cordova's had a great game. He runs tough. He runs hard. There's a situation he's trying to get extra yardage, and that ball gets ripped out. Opportunity at the defense by the Titans. Now they have to score quickly and then try to get an onside kick.
At that point, why would you not take a knee?
Because you know what? It's easier said than done, but when you're playing, you're just used to running hard that way. It's hard to tell yourself to just go down. You see it all the time, NFL, college, and any other level.
Wow. Wow. So Legarreta and the Titans still alive. They're down 10. It's going to be a Herculean effort for these Titans. They get out to the left side. Thine has it, and he gets brought down. They have no timeouts, and I don't believe he got the first down. It may be so close that they have to measure. We'll see.
And that's what they're doing. They do have to stop the clock for the chains to move.
First down.
Oh, they just gave him the first down. Okay.
But, you know, you don't have a lot of time to be throwing the short dinkies. You got to run intermediate routes to the sideline.
Low snap.
There it is.
Thrown up. He's got his man open. It's a touchdown. Oh, boy. Weber hauls it in, but there's a flag on the play. What will the call be? Touchdown. So obviously it's against Liberty.
Touchdown, Will Sand.
It's going to be a dead ball foul, looks like, and they're going to accept it on the kickoff.
So touchdown counts. They're going to be able to mark the yards forward on the kickoff, but if there was ever a PAT that was an important one for Frontier, it's right now. And look who's lining up for it.
Probably the biggest PAT of her life, young Hallie Meadows.
Hallie Meadows.
You think
keep it within striking distance for a field goal.
Do you think they told her that the game might be riding on her leg?
Doubt it. The snap, it's up, and it is through there.
And we got to feel great for Allie. You know, to come back, you kick a PAT, you get knocked down, you missed another one, you come back under the pressure, she knocked it down. Great job by Allie, but what a great call by Coach Willis. He runs a post wheel route. Nard runs the post, takes all the coverage, and then the wheel out with Weber for the touchdown pass. Great play call.
Well.
And to think I said the nail was in the coffin, Vance.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time. We've all fell prey to that, Matt. 26-23, 59-3 left. I mean, you just can't. When I said the officials called those teams together, and he probably said something like, "Guys, you don't blow it for your team. This thing's not over."
And I think that was a great job. But also, guys, if they're going to enforce that 15 yards now, that's even better for Frontier. Because if you do get the onside kick, you're already about maybe 15, 20 yards from field goal range.
Well, Coach Mills huddled up at the 40-yard line with his team. Coach Cortford, he's huddled up with his team over there on the 50-yard line. So these coaches now just going through, the processes of everything they started working on back in August. 4 months ago, 3 months ago, we talked about this. We go through it every week. Here it is, boys.
Well, Vance, you got to call Frontier, their coaching staff and their teams they produce like they did at West High. If anything, they're resilient, Vance. And last year we saw the Frontier team come back against Stockdale and win. And here you go now. They have another chance to get an onside kick to put the pressure on Liberty and see if they can pull one off. But this is where your hands team guys have to be really, really smart, and they have to be able to aggressive and get this ball. They can't wait and let the Frontier guys come and just blow them off the ball and give the Frontier the best chance to recover it.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, here we go. Onside kick. Well, they're trying to get everybody situated here. Players looking up and down the football field.
Don't want to take too much time, Vance.
Here we go. There's the whistle, and here it comes. Oh, he falls down. Oh, my goodness.
Corbin Jounty.
Corbin Jounty went to get it, but he slipped on the way. He lost his footing as he was making the initial motion to go after it.
Well, fellas, we saw a heck of a ball game tonight, fellas. I can tell you now, the only thing they can do now is mishandle a snap. Other than that, you're going to take a knee, maybe 2 knees, and it's over. But what a great ball game, guys. And we've been really privileged in the last few weeks to see some really good high school football games, and this is no different. This is a great start off for the Black and Blue Bowl.
The inaugural Black and Blue Bowl, as Brian mentioned, we see Coach Mills tapping Coach Moyer on the head saying, hey, I'm just not even, you played such a great football game, I'm not going to put you in. I don't want any kind of craziness to take place. As Renz will go down on a knee. And, that clock will tick.
The clock starts winding down.
Now you look at Mitch Johnson and Cody Temple still hitting each other. Look at Moyer wants to be on that football field for this last play.
I say we go deep.
He's talking to his coaches. I just want to be on the grass for this last play. If anybody deserves it, young man, it's you, but I can certainly understand with these coaches. Not going to happen. Too valuable of a commodity for this football team. What a great student athlete and a great group of guys here. The inaugural Black and Blue Bowl, and this should be a knee down here, and finally everybody just kind of gives it in. So Black and Blue Bowl.
One more knee, and that'll do it. Your final score, Liberty Patriots 26.
Coach Mills said, you're not throwing the water on me. So Coach Mills goes over to Mason Otten, gives him a big hug and a big congratulations, Pat. Brian Adams, your thought on this great football game?
Well, Vance, I can't sum up. You just said it. It was a great football game, and both teams played hard, well coached. A great high school football game.
Matt Alvarez.
You couldn't script one like this, Vance. You know, it was well played on both sides. You know, the personal fouls, they have to shallow those up when they play against teams like Centennial and when they play against teams like BHS. Can't have those personal fouls, Vance, because that'll cost you the game early against teams like that.
Well, a really nice job from everybody tonight, and our director, Zach Flores, the Godfather. Hello to Carlos down on the football field. We've got Mark here. We've got Kevin down on that scissor lift. Tony on the ground. Everybody that helps put this together. Edward Dick in the truck tonight helping out, and Super Sammy Bowman. So it's been a great show. We don't know where we'll be next weekend, but check us out next week. We'll let you know. Hey, and how about 2 weeks from tonight, BHS at Centennial? I'll be down tomorrow night at Allen Hancock as they host the Renegades, and we hope that you tune in and listen to that. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We hope you enjoyed all of this exclusively on Bright House Networks Bakersfield. Good night. God bless.
Get in the game. The Friday Night Blitz is on. Friday Football Extra.
And it's a complete football package on Sunday night after the NFL. FFX Sunday Night Edition. All the scores, all the highlights, all the stories from the gridiron.
Coverage of your favorite school, plus the FFX Game of the Week. Friday Football Extra.
FFX, the Sunday Night Edition, only on 17 News after Sunday Night Football.
Local football action. Get in the game.
Bakersfield's only sports station that's all sports, all day, every day. Fox Sports Radio 970. With Dan Patrick in the morning and Jim Rome 9 to noon. Home for the world champion Los Angeles Lakers and NASCAR. And now the home for the Bakersfield Condors. No swap shop, no Tradio, no cheap coupons. Sports. It's all we do. Fox Sports Radio 970.
Got a job to do? Premier Equipment Rentals is your answer. Residential or industrial, we've got exactly what you need to get the job done. Whether it's a drill, trencher, bobcat, backhoe, or excavator, you can always count on Premier Equipment Rentals. And with our new extended hours, we're available when you need us. Check us out at 3217 Patton Way and 5001 Stein Road, or give us a call to find out more. Don't forget to ask about our weekend specials. Make your next project a breeze with Premier Equipment Rental.
Football season's here and I've been waiting all year. Head high, no looking back, no fear, here we go.